there's a lot of new styles of football around, the Broncos and high school ball, just throwing it around everywhere. But, I still firmly believe that no matter how much you're throwing the ball, it still comes down to you got to be able to stop the run, and you got to be able to run the ball when you need to. And if you can't do that, you're going to get beat. And I think the Seahawks showed the Broncos that in the Super Bowl.
Great segue to my last question. What does Mount Vernon have to do tonight to win?
Well, back to Connor. We got to be able to stop him and keep him from getting going. He's a heavy load, especially once he gets going. And then on the other side, we've got to be able to get ourselves going and run the ball and sustain some first downs and do the best we can to keep the ball out of Snohomish's hands.
How's the health of your team, Coach?
We've got one starter that's injured. He's been out for a couple of weeks, but other than that, we're doing pretty well.
Thank you. All the best.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Tom?
Thank you very much, Frank. Snohomish County Western Conference football tonight featuring the Mount Vernon Bulldogs and the Snohomish Panthers. We're live at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish on Fox Sports 1380. For Bill Couso and Frank Foster, I'm Tom Freddie, and that'll do it for this edition of the Wesco Tonight. on the field turf of Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish. The Western Conference 4A regular season continues as the Mount Vernon Bulldogs have traveled south to meet the Snohomish Panthers. Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox Sports 1380 and KRKO.com is brought to you in part by the Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store, Skagit Bank, IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, Everett Community College, by Erickson Furniture, Screen Printing Northwest, Glass by Lund, Unique Interiors, by Mobile Music Car Stereo, Nicholas Prize Awards and Engraving, and by WescoAthletics.com. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Lafferty alongside Bill Kusler. Frank Foster working the sidelines tonight on homecoming for the Panthers here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Let's take a closer look at this game. We start with the home team. And, Bill, it's been a long road for the Snohomish Panthers with just one win in their last 14 starts, 0-4 this season so far. Paging Dr. Kusler, what's your prescription?
Well, it's been a long road to hoe. It was kind of controversy around here a couple of years ago when longtime coach Mark Perry was let go. They brought in a new coach from that wanted to put in a big spread offense, and things have not gone their way, and they are 1-13 over the 2 years under the new coaching staff. My prescription for Snohomish: play some defense. They've got the offense. They play really well offensively, but they're giving up 40 points per ball game, and you just cannot win in high school football giving up that many points.
And, Bill, to the problems of the Snohomish Panthers, the Bulldogs say, boo-hoo, we've got problems of our own. But did Mount Vernon suddenly get better last week? We saw it happen with Mariner's surprising win over Cascade a week ago at Everett Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, some teams, it just takes them a while to gel, and then they'll go, and after scoring 6 points total in their first 3 games combined, they did pretty well against Kamiak, finally losing 32-28.
Stay with us after the game for our Skagit Bank player of the game. We'll interview him on the field. We'll be presented with a hooded sweatshirt courtesy Screen Printing Northwest. It's a rather pleasant evening here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Snohomish Panthers are set to host the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. We'll have tonight's opening kickoff and game action coming up next. You're listening to Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox Sports. Drop. Where are we? Yeah. Are we on again or not yet? Okay. Yeah. We dropped it. Renegotiate. So it's about 40 minutes. Okay. All right. Yep. The Fox Sports 1380 broadcast team comes to you live from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish for our game between the Mount Vernon Bulldogs and the Snohomish Panthers with Bill Kusler and Frank Foster. I'm Tom Lafferty. Our spotter is Pat Castro. Statistician is Buddy Patrick. And our network producer tonight is Mitchell Smith. Prep football games getting underway all over Snohomish County at 7 p.m. Reminder, the Western Hockey League home opener for the Ever Silvertips and the Kelowna Rockets is happening tonight as well at Xfinity Arena in downtown Everett. Pregame at 7 p.m., so getting underway here in just a couple of minutes. Kickoff at 7:35 and can be heard on our sister station, Classic Country 1520 KXA. Let's get a quick pregame update from Frank Foster on the sideline. Frank.
It's going to be real interesting tonight because both teams, their opponents, have outscored them in the first quarter. So if the first quarter is any indication, it should be whoever gets the points in the first quarter and leading at the first quarter should be the winner tonight.
Snohomish won the toss, and they will receive. Mount Vernon defends, and it will be to our left, moving to the right. Tommy Park to kick it off for fairly deep on the 5-yard line. That'll be Roth at the 5-10, up the middle, 15, or lose one man at the 20, gets out to about the 23-yard line, about an 18-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Snohomish. They'll start from their own 23-yard line.
Very interesting that, most teams will win the toss at the beginning of the game and elect to defer to the second half, but Snohomish wanted the football right away. They elected to receive, and they will get off now in their spread offense.
Spread offense. Kobe McDaniel is the quarterback. It's 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Ball in the center of the field. McDaniel, he'll draw the defenders offside, or did they get drawn offsides by somebody moving on the front line? Well, we hate to say it, Bill, but let's take a look at that front line.
That's for Snohomish. From tackle to tackle, Nathan Jacobson, Alex Fairhurst, Wyatt Gardner, Jonah Vaughn, and Nathan Hall. The 4 wide receivers, Riley Responte, Ty Roth, Zach Marshall, and Josh Johnston. The quarterback, Kobe McDaniel, and the fullback is Connor Brown.
Probably not the way Kai Smalley wanted to start this ball game with a penalty out before the first snap, but here we go. 1st and 15, back at the 18-yard line. Throw a pass over the left-hand side, complete at the 25 and out to the 26-yard line. Pass is going to be hauled in there by Boomer Viore. You'll see him catch the football a lot tonight, and he's going to get about an 8-yard gain on the pass play.
And the defense for Mount Vernon, in the defensive line, Evan Clausen, Easton Edwards, Draven Hodgins, and Gabe Beckman. The linebackers, Brandon Heyman, Justin Morrison, Tristan Brock, and Ramiro Castro. The defensive backs are Jason Mustafa, Rafael Ocampo, and Danny Reyes.
It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, McDaniel, headed out to the right-hand side. Nobody was open. He headed for the first down marker. Boy, now last week, that gets called for a late hit out of bounds. This crew is not going to call it because he got hit just as he hit the out-of-bounds line. They're going to say he stopped about 2 yards short. So it'll be about a 4-yard gain.
Last week, I thought that officials were a little quick to call it. You're up in the air and the guy has his foot on the line. He's technically out of bounds, but I didn't think it was a late hit.
Give it on the handoff on the inside to Connor Brown. He may have enough first down yardage. Gets out close to the 40. They're going to put him down at the 39-yard line, but that will be a 2-yard gain. That's enough for a Snohomish Panther first down.
So Snohomish trying to gain a little bit of momentum early, really a diversified beginning to their offense, a throw to the left fat, a quarterback keeper to the right, and then a run up the middle.
McDaniel's the quarterback out of the shotgun. Motion man rolls to the left to pass. Throws it. It's going to be tipped up. Almost caught there. Up with the hand was Aiden Kutch, but he could not make that reception. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Tough pass to complete. McDaniel rolling out to his left, throwing across his body with the right hand, and that pass was clearly behind Kutch. No opportunity for him to bring it in.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for Snohomish. Opening drive of the football game. We're just a minute in to the contest in a 0-0 tie so far. McDaniel, high snap, flags it down, sets forward into the pocket, has some time, throws it on the run to be complete. Viore out at the 50 and all the way down to the 46-yard line. Boomer Viore, he's going to get a 20-yard gain on the pass play and into Mount Vernon territory.
McDaniel did an excellent job giving himself some extra time, sliding with the pocket, then taking about 4 steps to the left and found Viore wide open, hit him right between the numbers. A big gain and a first down for the Panthers.
First down, 10 yards to go for Snohomish, and now at the Mount Vernon, a 46-yard line. They'll run the football right straight up the middle. Connor Brown will kind of tiptoe through the tulips his way forward for about a 3-yard gain down to the 40. 43-yard line.
There was absolutely nothing open there, but he was very patient, kept his feet moving, and just went behind his blockers, and it looked like it was going to be no gain. He was able to fall forward for 3.
Second down, 7 yards to go. No huddle offense. Trip set to the right side. Ball's at the left hash mark. They're at the Mount Vernon 43-yard line. Quick pass over to the right flat. That bubble screen is going to be complete out to the 40 and down to the 36-yard line. Josh Johnston makes the catch, and they're going to give him enough yardage to be just barely shy of a first down. It's going to be third down and about a half a yard to go.
Snohomish has a really nice rhythm going on offense early. Not going anything deep, but no huddle, running effectively.
And they've got the ball at the right-hand hash mark. Third down and less than a yard to go. They need the 36. They're at about the 36 and a half, so a half a yard to go. They will run the football to Brown. He will get the first down and more at the 35, still on his feet to the 30, and so he crashed it left-hand side. Needed 1, got 7, put him down at the 30-yard line. Let's go down to the field to Frank Foster. Frank.
It appears that Mount Vernon is saying, hey, we're going to stop the run, and we're going to try and let you make your passes because you don't pass deep. Right now, the passing game is setting up the run.
Connor Brown's been the workhorse so far. The ball's at the 30-yard line of Mount Vernon. Kobe McDaniel calling signals, puts Brown in motion out of the backfield. High snap, throws a little screen pass to Brown, 30, 25. Hit there, escapes once, and gets down to the 21-yard line. That's going to be a 9-yard gain. It was 5 yards, Bill, and then the rest he just said, excuse me, you got to use both hands and probably part of your back to bring me down.
Yeah, he put his thigh right through the defender's shoulder and picked up another 4. 6'1", 215, and that kid runs hard.
That's an 8-yard gain. It's second down, 2 yards to go at the Mount Vernon 22-yard line. McDaniel gets it, and he will give it to Brown again. He crushes over the middle, gets a 3-yard gain across the 20 into the red zone, and that will move the sticks. Another Snohomish Panther first down. 10th play of the drive coming up for Snohomish.
And Snohomish just keeping those sticks moving, and that's what you need to do. The coach, Smiley, said that he wanted to dominate the time of possession, keep the ball away from Mount Vernon, and just keep this exactly what he's done so far.
At the 19-yard line, first and 10. Back to passes McDaniel, looking over the middle, hums one in the direction. It's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver downfield was Riley Responte. He really put some mustard on that one, Bill. He threw a low inside Clayton Kershaw fastball on that one.
Yeah, well, Clayton Kershaw didn't have much luck with his fastball tonight. We can get to that later, but yeah, that ball was not a catchable ball, and lucky there were no defenders around.
Second down, 10 yards to go off the incomplete pass at the 19-yard line of Marysville-Pilchuck. Snohomish in their brand new red tops and white pants, white helmets with the traditional red S on the side. Give it to Connor Brown. Brown runs into one pile of Mount Vernon tacklers at about the 17, and then he just dives over them, and he will get about a 4-yard gain down to the 15-yard line.
So a huge play so far in this drive. Snohomish has been looking at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 all the way down. This one a 3rd and a little bit longer. Let's see what they come out of their playbook.
Third down, 6 yards to go at the 15-yard line. Ball at the right-hand hash mark. Brown in motion out of the backfield. They'll throw it to him. He makes the catch. Heads upfield, 15. It eludes a man at the 10. And right down at the 10. That's going to be a 4-yard gain. Needed about 6. They're going to say his knee touched just shy of the 10-yard line. So fourth down and about a yard and a half to go. Okay, Coach Foster, what are you going to do?
They're sending in the kicking team.
I didn't ask what they're doing. I say, what would you do?
I would run Brown.
What can Brown do for you? We'll get that out of the way early here. So it's going to be a kick here. Andrew Nicholas, we had to go down and find out his name earlier as he had not been on the roster. So Nicholas to kick it out of the hold of Jess Harris. Waiting for the snap from center, trying for the first 2 points of the ball game. It's going to be a 27-yard field goal. It's up. And it is good. The first points of the ball game go on the first possession by Snohomish, and they lead the Mount Vernon Bulldogs by a score of 3-0. This is Western Conference football on Fox. reminder that tonight you can hear the Kelowna Rockets and the Everett Silvertips, our traditional Friday night switcheroo. The Everett Silvertips on Fridays during high school football over on our sister station, Classic Country 1520 KXA. Pre-game is underway. The face-off at Xfinity Arena in downtown Everett coming up at 7:35. And the Kelowna Rockets leave town tonight. The Portland Winterhawks in tomorrow to take on the Silvertips, also in Everett, and that game right back here on Fox Sports 1380. 7:26 to go, opening quarter, a 3-0 lead for the Snohomish Panthers. Brandon Heyman, Taryn Lambert are deep to receive for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. Andrew Nicholas to approach, and here we go. Puts his foot to it, high end over end, fairly short. It's going to be taken, and now we got a flag down. I think we're going to have a somebody jumped ahead of the ball being kicked, so that's going to back him up, I believe.
So let's take a look at that Snohomish scoring drive. Up early, Snohomish got the opening kickoff. They drove 67 yards in 12 plays, 7 on the ground, 5 through the air. They took 4:34 off the clock. They ended up with a third and about 6 to go, or fourth down, and a couple. And so they kicked a 27-yard field goal by Andrew Nicholas. And so with 7:26 remaining in the first quarter, it is Snohomish 3, Mount Vernon 0.
Jim Carter's the referee, and he just told us that it was an encroachment penalty against the Snohomish Panthers. So somebody did beat the kicker to the football. New kicker on the roster, and so probably getting used to his timing. Waiting for the official to whistle. He does, and here we go in the approach by Nicholas. This time it's clean. This kind of a low line driver taken on the fly at the 25-yard line, 30, and then sliding down at the 35-yard line is Evan Clayson. Hey! Okay, well, he just went into the slide. Why take a big hit?
Not like he's a lineman, though. He's a tight end, and I would think that he could have gained perhaps another 10 yards on that return if he would have just given it a go. However, Mount Vernon will get the ball next, trailing by 3 with their first possession of the ball game.
First down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon, starting from their own 36-yard line. The umpire is Mike Cope, the linesman Ed Kernut. The line judge is Jim Park. The back judge is John Ray. First and 10 from the 36. They'll run the football right straight up the gut. Nothing doing there. Tristan Brock, he's a big kid, and Brock will carry it forward and get about 1, barely. Yeah, they'll put him out to the 37-yard line.
The Mount Vernon offense from tackle to tackle is Philip DeLeon, Josh Evans, Draven Hodgkins, Garrett Johnson, and Josiah Nelson. The tight end is Evan Clausen, the wide receiver Justin Morrison. The running backs Taryn Lambert, Brandon Heyman, and Tristan Brock, and the quarterback is Jason Mustafa.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Second down, 9 yards to go. They'll fake it and give it to Brock, and Brock will carry it. He's going to lose 2 on that one. They faked it. Nathan Jacobson comes up and makes a stop. They faked it to Brandon Heyman. He had an open avenue up the field, and he didn't take it. It didn't give him the football.
Well, they'll be looking for that later. The Snohomish defense in the line, Alex Fairhurst, Ethan Moya, Marcus Garcia, and Nathan Jacobson. The linebackers are Reese Boyle and Jonas Skalski, and the defensive backs Josh Johnson, Peyton Plucker, Gavin Bullock, and Ty Roth. 3rd and 11.
They throw the football and intercepted. It's going to be it. It's going to be picked off by Snohomish. Intercepted by the Snohomish Panthers by Boomer Fiore. We said he'd be touching the football a lot, and he did here on offense on a 3rd down pass play. They threw it right to him. Nicely played defensively. Very Richard Sherman-like step in front of the receiver.
Yeah, the timing on that was perfect, and Mount Vernon has struggled this year, and boy, they got nothing offensively. Tristan Brock has been averaging 6 yards per carry, and he got a couple of carries for virtually nothing there on their opening drive.
So Kobe McDaniel will bring out the Snohomish Panther offense. They'll start in great field position on the plus side. He drops back to pass on 1st and 10, throws it down the middle. Complete at the 15-yard line. They're going to say he caught it or incomplete. Yes, the catch is made at the 15-yard line. The catch is going to be made. Now the officials, they're going to say it's a completed pass. It was Keegan Stitch who made the catch. He went high in the air, got upended. Frank, I'm not sure if that should be counted as a catch. What did you see right there in front of you?
No, I think that was an incomplete pass from my perspective down here. If it was a catch like John Ray indicated, then Mount Vernon should have been able to recover it. They walked away from it thinking it was an incomplete pass.
Wow. Bill, that's where the head coach reaches down to his sock and throws the red flag.
Well, I mean, you got to be careful. The rules are different in the pros. The ground can't cause a fumble because you're down when you hit the ground. I just don't know that he had that ball long enough.
First down and 10 yards to go from the 15-yard line. And now a timeout called. I guess you're going to go to the replay booth. No, Snohomish calls a timeout. And we will take a break as well with 6 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the opening quarter of action. The Panthers are on the move, and they lead it 3-0 over Mount Vernon. This is Snohomish. Whether or not he made a football move. Of course, we're kind of starting to...
The only football move he made, Tom, was his helmet hit the ground.
And he dropped the football.
And he dropped it, right.
Yeah. But no replay in high school football, and on we go. First and 10, Snohomish. Panthers at the Mount Vernon 15-yard line. Ball at the left-hand hash mark. Shotgun snap coming up here. Motion man through the formation. They give it to him. They're going to run the football around the left-hand side. Slow play developing. That's Johnston gets down to about the 12-yard line. Kind of a slow play. Johnson came in motion from the right side, went through the formation. Then Bill was just kind of a little. Actually, that may have been a forward pass.
No,
he kind of flipped it forward to him.
Just a little toss, and he went around the left end and gained a few yards. That really, it was like a fly sweep at half speed.
A really slow fly.
Yeah.
Well, they were running it to the narrow side of the field too.
Right.
He didn't have a chance.
Right.
Second down, 8 yards to go at the 13-yard line. Shotgun snap, handoff. Connor Brown dives over the 10 down to the close to the 8-yard line. So it'll be about a 3-yard gain for Connor Brown of the Snohomish Panthers. Came away with a field goal on their first possession. Probably looking to put it into the end zone on this possession.
They would dearly love to do that, bringing up a third and about 5. Brown now has 8 carries for 34 yards. McDaniel 4 for 6 for 57 yards in the air.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Shotgun is Kobe McDaniel. They'll give it to the running back. That's Connor Brown. He's going to get that to 5. He's going to get into the end zone. That's a touchdown, Snohomish. From 9 yards away, Connor Brown, boy, he covers up that football and carries it into the end zone for a touchdown.
He was really strong. He got great blocking on the left-hand side. Nathan Jacobson at 6'5", and 270, and Alex Fairhurst at 6'5", 250. The left guard and left tackle, he ran right over them, pile drived into the end zone, and kept his feet the whole way.
So waiting for the addition. Now we're going to have a different kicker here. Waiting for the tee to come in from the near side. They're bringing a football in as well. No, the tee is there. They were just waiting for the kicking football.
So this is Joel Williamson, a left-footed kicker.
So out goes Andrew Nicholas and in goes Williamson. Now they're going to run a little razzle-McDazzle, rinky-dinky kind of a play, run all of the linemen over to the left-hand side. Have I mentioned how much I hate this, by the way? And there's colleges that run it too, and it just makes me angry. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. The kick on the way, it's up. And all it gets you, with all that running around, 1 point. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter of action. Our score, the Snohomish Panthers 10. The Mount Vernon Bulldogs nothing. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox Sports 1380. Minutes, 50 seconds to go. Opening quarter, 10-0 lead for the Snohomish Panthers. I'm not sure. We'd have to go back and check the records that if the Snohomish has led this season.
You know, to Snohomish's defense, they've played a really difficult opening schedule. You know, against Monroe and Lake Stevens and Glacier Peak and Arlington, and the schedule gets a little bit easier as time goes on.
Nicholas will kick it. It'll be fielded at the by Brandon Heyman at the 5, 10, 15, and then spun off his feet out at the 21-yard line. Brandon Heyman was going, and suddenly the old barn dance started, and he kind of do-si-doed his way as he was grabbed by the arm and wrestled to the ground. It'll be at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon to start their second possession of the football game.
That Snohomish Panther drive after the Boomer Viore interception went 37 yards in 5 plays, 4 on the ground, 1 through the air, took a minute 23 off the clock. A 9-yard touchdown run by Connor Brown. Joel Williamson's kick is good. 4:50 remaining in the quarter. Snohomish 10, Mount Vernon 0.
First down, 10 yards to go. Give it to Brock. And Tristan Brock will try to burrow his way forward. He will get just a couple, get out to the 23-yard line. Let's go down to the field to Frank Foster. Frank.
Yeah, Tom, the interception that was the last possession for Mount Vernon, actually the quarterback, Mustafa, was looking for Tristan Brock, but he didn't turn around and look for the ball, and Snohomish stepped in and took the ball from him.
So Jason Mustafa will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. He goes under center, wearing an unquarterback-like number 34. Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll run the football to the motion man, turning the corner to Heyman. Heyman at the 30, at the 35, and dives forward to get the first down, moves the sticks all the way out to about the 38-yard line. Brandon Heyman, that time, that play worked to perfection. He gets a 13-yard gain and a Mount Vernon first down.
Now, Heyman doesn't get as many carries as Brock, but he's averaging 7.1 yards per carry this season. And last week he had an 82-yard kick return for a touchdown and also an interception return for a touchdown. So Heyman is definitely their big play guy.
Mount Vernon, their first down of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of their own 38-yard line. They'll run the football around the left-hand side. New man, that is going to be Taryn Lambert. Taryn Lambert on the carry. He's going to get a couple out to about the 40-yard line. Tonight's game is brought to you by Everett Community College. Stay close, go far. Also by the Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store. Proud, locally owned supporters of high school athletics, and IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Let us help you. Second down, 8 yards to go. Mount Vernon, their white jerseys, white pants, green helmets, green numbers, black trim, moving from left to right here, the final 3:29 of this opening quarter. Little inside hake, give it to Brock, and Brock will kind of tumble his way across the 40 and get out to about the 43. They're going to put him down at the 42-yard line. So gain of about 2 yards for Tristan Brock, left-hand side. He kind of tumbled over the tackler.
Yeah, Zach Marshall made a great play to knock his feet out from under him, and Brock did a full front somersault in the air, landing on his back.
So now Mount Vernon facing a 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Under center is Mustafa, the quarterback. Ball at the left hash mark. They'll give it on a sweep play around the right-hand side to Heyman, trying to turn it upfield. He does. He will get the first down. He escaped one man at the 50, at the 45, and down to the 40-yard line. Would-be tackler tried to arm tackle him and would have dropped him, not getting a first down, but he eluded that man and goes into Snohomish Panther territory for an 18-yard gain all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Wow, he got to the outside, and he showed a lot of speed, and he just outran the defenders.
So Brandon Heyman gets a nice block and moves around the corner, moves the sticks, and goes into Snohomish Panther territory. 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon at the Snohomish 40-yard line. Ball at the right-hand hash mark. Under center is Mustafa. Fake it to one man, give it to the second man around the right-hand side. He's going to get leg tackled. That's Hayden Schmidt. Hayden Schmidt gets the call. He will get the football in about I'm going to give him a 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9 coming up here for Mount Vernon.
And Heyman now, 2 carries for 31 yards, and going wide seems to be the best move against the Snohomish Panther defense. And if they can continue to go wide and spread the defenders out, that will open up the middle for Tristan Brock, running between the tackles.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. A 10-0 lead for Snohomish. Mount Vernon on the move. Tristan Brock tries to move the pile. He does. He's going to get about 3 yards, now close to the 36-yard line. He's a big kid, and he likes to just hit people. He gives out as much punishment as he takes.
He certainly does. And now Mount Vernon with another huge 3rd down situation. They've converted 3 3rd downs in a row on this drive, and will try to make it 4.
3rd down, 6 yards to go at the 36-yard line. They need to get to the 30 in order to get the first down. 1:20 to play in the opening quarter. Snohomish with a 10-0 lead. And here come the Mount Vernon Bulldogs up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 6, ball in the center of the field. Mustafa under center. Takes a snap, drops back, he's going to pass. Looking left, throwing his ball The ball kind of fluttered away from him, and I think it was partially deflected there. Hayden Schmidt was the intended receiver, but Bill never had a chance to get there.
Marcus Garcia was in on the blitz and forced him to throw that way before he wanted to. He was backpedaling. He could get nothing on the football, and it fell harmlessly incomplete. Fourth down. However, they are definitely in four-down territory as Mount Vernon will go for it.
They will go for it here. Fourth down, 6 yards to go. One in the pink, it'll be Mustafa who takes the snap. He'll give it on the fly sweep left-hand side. Lambert tripped up as he got to the 35 and only gets about 3 yards, and that's not going to be nearly enough for a first down. So on downs, they turn it over to the Snohomish Panthers.
And Snohomish was very lucky that Lambert got his feet kind of tangled up and tripped, because there was a lot of green ahead of him had he been able to keep his feet. However, Snohomish's much maligned defense, giving up 40 points per ball game, is gone almost a quarter, shutting out Mount Vernon. They will get the ball again ahead by 2 scores.
First 2 drives, interception for Mount Vernon, and a turn it over on downs for Mount Vernon. First and 10 for Snohomish. Nope, flags come. They had it starting at the 34-yard line, but the flags fly before the play has a chance to unfold. Let's get out of the field to Frank Foster. Frank.
If I'm one of the coaches from Mount Vernon up in the box, I'm calling down to Jay Silver and say, look, we've had real success running Heyman on the sweep using Brock as the lead blocker. You need to go back to that, and then we can run counters off of it or run the short pass. But when Brock turns the corner, those little defensive backs, this kid's 6'2" and 220.
So it's first down, and sorry about that, Frank, I cut you off. First and 15, and it was the best thing he ever said on the air. First and 15, they'll run the football left side, nothing there, absolutely nothing. They gave it on the handoff for a sweeper on the left-hand side, Keegan Stitch, and he got buried at about the line of scrimmage and then trying to fight forward, and then the Mount Vernon defense says, not so much.
Yeah, that was well played, and now the second and long. Snohomish, looking definitely at passing situation. They've been very effective, 4 of 6 so far throwing the football. We'll see if they go to the air.
Kobe McDaniel is the quarterback. Standing now for the shotgun snap. Drops back on second and long. Throws it bubble screen right-hand side.
Offside by
End of the first quarter here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish. Our score after 1. It's the Snohomish Panthers 10, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs nothing. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Back with you next week. Actually, Bill and Frank and I take a bye next week, and we'll give it to Mark Ockett and Luke Windsor for a doubleheader from Everett Memorial Stadium. First up, Marysville Pilchuck at Everett, the 5 o'clock game. Then Kamiak at Jackson, the nightcap, starting at 8 o'clock. So a doubleheader next week, live from Everett Memorial Stadium here on Fox Sports 1380. We're into the second quarter, just about to begin. Snohomish has scored on their first 2 possessions of the ball game, and they've got it here. Third down and about 6 yards to go for Snohomish from their own 38-yard line. Ball at the right-hand hash mark. Kobe McDaniel is the quarterback. Shotgun snap. Rolls to the left. Sets up, looks upfield, has a man down there, has some defenders down there, incomplete pass. The intended receiver downfield was Riley Responte, but he was flanked by 2 defenders that weren't going to let him go too far, but the ball was overthrown.
It was overthrown. Luckily for Snohomish, he was well covered. However, there was an intermediate route about 6 yards down the field that was open that he could have got that down and at least gotten a first down and moved the sticks. However, he decided to go for it all. It was unsuccessful, and Snohomish will be forced to punt the football.
They will indeed, and we will see who they sent out there to punt. It looks like 61. Is that who they're putting out there? They're not going to punt. High snap. They are going to go a quick punt, quick kick here by, beautifully done there by Kobe McDaniel. He's going to put his foot to it. It's going to drop at the 25 and down to about the 23-yard line. You know, there's something that's changed in the last couple of years too. The punters used to be, 15 yards back. Now they're doing that rugby-style punting, so you really can't tell if they're right there. He looked like he was in the shotgun.
Yeah, and there's a method to his madness. Brandon Heyman's back there to receive a punt. They don't want the ball anywhere near him, and so they respect him enough where he got a nice punt out.
One, two. Frank, do I count 5 red shirts that finally can bring down Tristan Brock?
Add 3 more to that.
He's going to lose 1 yard. He is a tough-looking hombre, Frank.
He is, and that's why I was said before, they need to just use him to lead that sweep because he's going to do some hurt on those cornerbacks when he comes around and then set him up for the counters, etc.
It's going to be a loss of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 yards to go from the 20-yard line. They're Heyman around the right-hand side trying to turn the corner. Really can't. He does fall forward for a couple out to the 26-yard line. So gain of about 4 yards on that sweep to the right side, the wide side of the field.
The Snohomish defenders took a much better angle on him this time. Gave up the 4 but did not give up the 14 as they previously did. So a nice play by Snohomish's defense. Brings up another 3rd down.
We're in the 2nd quarter. It's homecoming night at Snohomish High School. It's a 10-0 lead for the Panthers on their home turf. And it's Mount Vernon facing a 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Brock up the middle. Goodbye. At the 50, at the 40. Brock, will he be chased down at the 20? Brock at the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Tristan Brock, touchdown, Mount Vernon. 74 yards for the score. Tristan Brock, he found that seam. Open field, and then it was goodbye.
That run, it was like an earthquake. Bill Earthquake Enyart from Oregon State fame of about 50 years ago. That shows you how old I am. But just running, and it looked like the Panthers defenders were going to catch him, and he just kept going and going and going. Showed surprising speed for a guy his size, and gets a big, long touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
Tommy Park to try for the extra point here for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. The placement, the kick on the way it's up, and it is good. We'll take a break with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the first half of action. Our score, it's the Snohomish Panthers 10, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs 7. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Now tonight brought to you by Glass by Lund. Here's today's little known fact by Frank Foster. Frank?
That's the first score that Mount Vernon has done this season in the 2nd quarter. They were 0 first quarter, 0 second. Now they can add 7 to that column.
There you go. Little known fact brought to you by Glass by Lund with Frank Foster. Tune in again next week with Frank Foster's little known fact brought to you by Glass by Lund. 10:25 to go. Frank, that's not. I'm sure you're saying I'm number 1 with you. I'm sure what you're saying up here. Here's the approach and the kick. High, end over end, fairly deep. It's going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Up the field, the 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way out to the 28-yard line for Josh Johnston. Gets out. They'll put him down at the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Snohomish now, up by just the field goal at 10-7.
Mount Vernon goes 78 yards in just 3 plays all on the ground. They took a minute 21 off the clock. A 74-yard touchdown run by Tristan Brock. Tommy Park's kick is good with 10:25 remaining in the 2nd quarter. It is Snohomish 10, Mount Vernon 7. Snohomish has dominated, yet only leading by 3.
Kobe McDaniel, shotgun snap. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Connor Brown, left-hand side. Breaks open at the 35, out to the 40-yard line. He'll move the sticks. He'll get 12 yards and a 1st down. Quick opener there for Connor Brown over the left tackle, and he gets a quick 12.
Said Brock went a long way. I want to do the same thing. Just both those guys just go north and south hard.
First down, 10 yards to go. They'll put him down at the 41-yard line. So Snohomish at their own 41-yard line. McDaniel, shotgun snap. He'll turn around. He'll give it to Connor Brown again. This time quick opener to the 45 at the 50. Busts over he kind of ran over his own man as he got the first down. That's another dozen on the tally sheet and another Snohomish Panther first down.
So Connor Brown, the last 3 times he's carried the football, 9 and 12 and 12 yards. He has 67 yards on 11 carries here in the first half. 8
first downs in the half for the Snohomish Panthers. They'll give it on the handoff. That is Brown again. Nothing doing this time. Maybe Bill went to the well one too many times, and for that same play, he's going to get buried for no gain.
Well, the guy had him by one leg, and he's hopping on the other leg trying to fall forward. It's like when we used to play as kids, and somebody would grab your boot, and then you'd pull out of the boot and run for a touchdown with barefoot.
So it'll be second. What kind of games did you people play? Second down, baseball, football? No, that's the grab the guy's leg and his boot. Second down, 9 yards to go. Motion man, McDaniel looking to pass. He does. Complete to Viore at the 45 and then gets buried as he headed forward. Gets to about the 43-yard line. Boomer Viore turned around. Kind of another slow play to develop. He's only going to get about a 3-yard gain off that bubble screen to the right side.
Well, he was waiting for a block by Johnston, and he pretty much whiffed on the block, and 3 defenders were there. Nothing he could do.
Third down, 7 yards to go for Snohomish. Out of the shotgun is McDaniel. Line of scrimmage is the 30 or the 44-yard line. Throw the pass this time over the left-hand side. It's going to be complete to Aiden Kutch. Gets down close to the 40-yard line. So gain of about 3. Fourth down coming up here for Snohomish. Probably, again, 4-down territory. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Fourth down, 3 yards to go. 3. We'll call it more like 4. 4th and 4. Snohomish from the Mount Vernon 41-yard line going for it. Ball at the left hash mark. 2 wideouts to the left and 2 to the right. They've got Connor Brown as the lone setback. Now they kind of fake like they're going quickly. They come up, they call the play, and here we go. McDaniel will take the shotgun snap. Gets it, throws the screen, right side. Nope, dropped. It was right into the hands of Josh Johnston. He could not hold on. Turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, Mount Vernon.
Snohomish had that play set up fairly well. The pass was a hair low, about knee level, but one he definitely should have caught. Would have gotten him the first down. So now Mount Vernon, with a little bit of the momentum going, they pulled it within 3. They have the ball at the 41-yard line. They've already rushed for 121 yards, and they will try to make that continue.
And they huddle up as Jason Mustafa brings the play in from Jay Silver, the third-year head coach for Mount Vernon, over at the far sideline. We're at 8:06 to play in the first half. Snohomish with a 10-7 lead. It's Mount Vernon football moving from right to left. They start this drive at their own 41-yard line, right hash mark. Tristan Brock will get it, buries the head, and then just rumbles forward out to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards. Somebody lost a hat, and he'll have to come off. That's Alex Fairhurst. The helmet comes off. He has to come off the field for one play. They are hitting out there. I had people all week, why are you doing Snohomish Mount Vernon? Neither team has won. Bill, we thought could be a good ball game.
And it has definitely been that, and there's definitely a lot of hitting, and these two teams really fighting it out, and it's been a fun evening so far.
A couple people said, did you lose a bet? Second down, 6 yards to go from the 45-yard line. Tristan Brock, boy, he runs hard. And he gets out to the 50-yard line. He just covers the football and says, get out of the way. And just rumbles forward. He's going to get a 4-yard gain just shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and right at the moment, it seems like the Mount Vernon offensive line is starting to wear the Snohomish defensive line down just a bit. Snohomish got some big guys in that defensive line, but some good linemen from Mount Vernon, and it's starting to show here in the second quarter.
Third down, 1 yard to go, just shy of the 50-yard line. Oh, into the neutral zone. Jumps the right end. That is Marcos Garcia, jumped into the neutral zone. That'll be first down by virtue of the penalty against the Snohomish Panthers, and the ball will go into Snohomish territory. 1st and 10, Mount Vernon. 6:55 to go first half. 10-7 lead for Snohomish. Mount Vernon on the move, though.
That's absolutely what you don't want to do, is on a 3rd and short, give up the first down via the penalty. And so Mount Vernon on the drive, looking to tie or take the lead.
So from the 46-yard line of Snohomish, the Bulldogs with the football, 1st and 10 under center's Mustafa. Give it to Heyman around the right-hand side. Gets chased down from behind. He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. And actually, we're going to say his knee touched down just across the 45-yard line, so about a 1-yard gain for Brandon Heyman.
And Heyman, after his first 2 carries that totaled 31 yards, the last couple have only totaled 6. So Snohomish solving that sweep play just a little bit.
Second down, 9 yards to go from the 46-yard line, right-hand hash mark. Sideline to the right, running room out to the left-hand side. They'll give it to Tristan Brock, and he'll just protect that football and rumble forward for about 3 yards, put him down to the 42-yard line. Frank Foster down the field. Frank.
You know, both teams, you're talking about the hitting down here, and it is a lot really going at it. Both teams have a lot of pride, and neither one of them want to see themselves tomorrow in the paper in the bottom of the North Division. Also, I'd like to just mention that Tristan Brock is a really, not only is he a powerful runner, but he's a smart runner. He drops those shoulder pads low, and he's a really difficult person to bring down.
Third down, 7 yards to go for Mount Vernon at the 42-yard line of Snohomish. Ball in the center of the field, fake the handoff. They're going to throw the football. Rolling out is Mustafa. Now he's going to keep it. Tucks the football, gets to the 40, down to the 39-yard line, but not nearly enough for a first down. He's going to come up 3 yards short. It's going to bring up now 4th down. We got a player down for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. It's one of their big interior linemen. It's to be Philip DeLeon, who has gotten up to all fours, but he is in some kind of a discomfort as the training staff comes out.
Yeah, he just got pinned under a pile a little bit, and so
they're kind of working on the back area here.
Yeah. Oh.
So they will.
Back things are not fun.
So we are going to, I think we're going to step aside. We will. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the. No, we're not. We're not. No, we're calling it Mitchell. We're not taking a break. He was, like always happens when we go to commercial, then he's healed. He was healed, and he will go off. He's a big kid, and he'll actually start to trot off the field. So here we go. Everybody's back to action, and we'll be underway. And now Mount Vernon facing. Play comes in from line by a wide receiver. Mustafa gets the play, tells his team. They wind the clock at 5:13, and here we go. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Under center is Mustafa, ball to left hash mark. 2 slots in the play. It's going to be Tristan Brock, and he's off to the races. Brock at the 20, Brock at the 10, Brock at the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Vernon from 38 yards away. They need 3 for the first down on 4th down. They get 38 for the touchdown.
That is the danger about putting all 11 defenders in the box trying to stop that run. If somehow he gets past that first wave, there was no one in the backside to stop him. And after Snohomish seized momentum early and dominated, it's been all Mount Vernon the last 2 drives, as Brock goes well over 100 yards here in the first half with his 2nd score of the game. Tommy
Park to kick the extra point. The kick is on the way. It's up, and it is good. With 4 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the first half of action. Now our score, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs.
Selling or buying a new home in the beautiful Snohomish area? I got great news. Look no further than Gilpin Realty. You want to make sure you talk to Leela and Ray Cook. They understand. There's somebody you can trust if you're looking for new construction. They know the community. They know the schools. Why? Because they're lifelong Snohomish residents, and they have 32 years of real estate experience. So if you're buying, if you're selling, you're looking for a house for your family, there's nowhere else to go than Leela and Ray Cook.
4:58 to go. First half, it was Snohomish 10-0, and then Mount Vernon with 2 unanswered touchdowns. The last 2 possessions to put a couple up on the board, and they lead at 14-10 as we count down towards halftime. Tonight's game brought to you by Glass by Lund, family owned since 1967. Also Bank, genuine, lasting relationships, and by Screen Printing Northwest, providing Everett's premier screen printing and embroidery. So the kick will come here from Tommy Park to get back underway. Snohomish with 2 timeouts and about 5 minutes to go. They will squib kick it. It'll be downed just buried. The up man said, I'm just going to bury this one. Jonaskowski says, hands team, I'm in here. We'll start this one at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Lots of time for the Snohomish Panthers.
Well, after Mount Vernon held Snohomish on downs, they drove 59 yards in 6 plays, all on the ground, taking 3:08 off the clock. On 4th down, a 38-yard touchdown run by Tristan Brock. Tommy Park's kick is good with 4:58 remaining in the first half. Mount Vernon 14, Snohomish 10.
Starting this drive at their own 34-yard line. Back to pass is McDaniel. Throws it in traffic. He's going to be complete. It's going to be enough for the first down, I do believe. It should be about a 10-yard gain on the pass play. There were actually 2 Snohomish men in the area. Aiden Kutch ended up with a football. There was another Panther kind of there, like they ran the same route.
Yeah, that was definitely a mix-up. You don't want that 2 receivers that close, but Kutch was able to make the catch.
So it'll be, they say, not enough for the first down. They're going to come up a yard short. Now Jim Carter is saying, move out of the way. Let me take a look. Let me eyeball this one. Are they going to bring the chain gang in, or are they just going to, what's he going to say? Second down. Second down and about 3 inches to go for the Snohomish Panthers. So second and very short. Shotgun snap here for McDaniel. They'll fake the handoff. They'll go for kind of a free play. They throw it downfield. It's going to be intercepted by Heyman at the 30-yard line, at the 35 and the 40, on the return at the 45 and the 50, 45 and the 40. Stutter step around him at the 35 and all the way down to the 32-yard line. Brandon Heyman. They tried to go for bundle, Bill. You think a couple of inches, maybe got a little bit greedy, thinking we got a free play.
Well, they had 4 players going long. They didn't have anybody short. He tried to thread it in there. Heyman is a very good defensive back, had that big pick 6 last week in their ball game to keep them close to Kamiak, and now comes up with a big interception when it looked like Snohomish might get a drive together, and a turnover really bites them, as Mount Vernon now in excellent field position, up by 4.
Off the 32-yard line of Snohomish, 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. Mustafa under center. He'll turn around, hand off around the right-hand side. That's all the way back, and buried back there is Hayden Schmidt. Schmidt was trying to turn the corner off the right-hand side, and the corner never came. It was the longest block in history, and he's going to lose 5 yards all the way back to the 37-yard line.
That was Deacon Tybalt who came over and just was with him stride for stride. Absolutely nothing there for Schmidt, who loses 5.
4 minutes to go in the first half. Mount Vernon with a 14-10 lead and all 3 timeouts to use. Second down, 15 yards to go, about the right hash mark at the 37-yard line. Tristan Brock, nothing for Tristan Brock. He is absolutely stonewalled and buried by Nathan Jacobson.
Yeah, Jacobson didn't go for the fake that time. He was right in there. And now big 3rd and long. The Snohomish Panthers really need to try to prevent Mount Vernon from taking advantage of that big interception and get the ball back here before halftime.
3rd down, 15 yards to go. Ball is at the right, close to the right hash mark at the 37-yard line. On 3rd and 15, Mustafa brings him up. Brock is in the backfield behind him. Double slots in this formation. They'll fake it to one, give it to Heyman. Heyman trying to turn the corner. Nothing for Brandon Heyman, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 4th and very long here for Mount Vernon.
I'm thinking if Mount Vernon at this point might want to punt the football. There's only about a little under 3 minutes, and they will indeed bring in the punting team, make Snohomish go the long field to end the first half.
And they'll let the clock run as well, down to 2:40 and still counting to play in the first half. So they will send back deep to receive as Josh Johnston standing at they probably want to bury this into the end zone, I would think. And this is going to be Park to kick it. Very high snap, flags it down, gets it off. Short kick. It's going to kind of be wobbly and end over end and take a Snohomish bounce and go dead at the 15-yard line. So it still will be the long field to go. 1st and 10 for Snohomish to start from their own 15-yard line with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. Let's go down to Frank Foster. Frank.
I'm real surprised going back to when Snohomish went for it on 4th down. They were not behind. They're ahead 10-7. Mount Vernon had just scored. Don't give Mount Vernon the short field. So I think hindsight being 20/20, they should have done nothing more than a pooch kick and put him deep.
So from the 15-yard line, shotgun snap. McDaniel throws on the flat left-hand side, complete. He loses one man and then tries to spin forward. That's Aiden Kutch who made that catch. He will get a 7-yard gain, but the clock continues to tick, tick, tick away inside 2 minutes to play.
And he gave ground to try to get a bigger play. He actually had about 9 yards on that catch and gave ground trying to come up with a big play and was unable to do so.
Clock is still moving. Second down, 3 yards to go. Shotgun snap. They'll run the football to Connor Brown. He'll get the first down easily across the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. I say easily. That's easy to say, Bill, here from the third deck of the press box area with the cookie tray right behind me.
Exactly. Snow gets the first down. They move the chains, and now they wind the clock.
They do. A minute 37, minute 36 to go. Still 2 timeouts to use. From the 26-yard line, Kobe McDaniel escape from one man and then throws it upfield, almost intercepted, nearly. I think it was intercepted. It was tipped up and then intercepted, falling out of bounds. Tristan Brock was there, intercepted that. It looked like a play, was it 2 weeks ago in the NFL where the ball was tipped up? He planted both feet in bounds and then fell out of bounds.
That was fantastic body control by Tristan Brock. The ball went in, one defender hit it, batted it up, it was going out of bounds. He put his feet in bounds and then he just slowly fell out of bounds. The ball fell into his hands, he cradled it, and the second consecutive drive for Snohomish ending in an interception. And now Mount Vernon with a minute 24. They don't have a real quick strike offense, so we'll see if they can put some points on here to end the half.
They have 3 timeouts to use, so 1st and 10. They throw the ball. It's going to be complete out to the 32-yard line. Hayden Schmidt make that catch and get about a 3-yard gain. Will the clock continue to move? It does. Down to a minute 12, a minute 11. Still 3 timeouts to use.
I can't believe that. He went out of bounds. The coaching staff for Mount Vernon is saying, how come the clock is moving? But the official over there on the sideline never gave the signal to stop the clock.
Yeah.
And I think they really need to put on 10 or 15 more seconds back on the clock.
I think it was a minute 17. Seems to me I looked up there when that ball was caught.
Yeah, and it's not the scorekeeper, the scoreboard operator's fault, because the official on that side never signaled to stop the clock. He signaled that the catch was caught in bounds, but he never signaled for the clock to stop. So I suspect that they will put some time back up.
They will. They're going to come over and talk to the Snohomish coaching staff to have somebody.
Oh, they need the headphones up.
To put the headphones on to talk to somebody over there. And so we will get the information. They're saying, yeah, go tell them to see what they end up doing. Survey set. See what it says on the clock when they wind it here. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Minute 17, huh?
You are the man.
I was told there'd be no math on this thing, too.
Which is unfortunate because you hit it right on the head.
Yeah. 2nd down, 7 yards to go for Mount Vernon, still with 3 timeouts, a minute 17 to go. Ball's at the Snohomish 32-yard line, right hash mark. Mustafa handoff around the left-hand side. That's Lambert. Nothing doing for Lambert. He's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 34-yard line. Tick, tick, tick. The clock continues to move down to a minute 5 to go. Still with 3 timeouts remaining. 1 minute to go. Not in any kind of hurry is Mount Vernon. Well, seems to me you would use a timeout here.
Zach Marshall comes limping off the field for Snohomish. He was replaced. A.J. Gaddy was the one that made a nice stop on that last play for Snohomish.
Down to 45 seconds to go. They come up to the line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. 3rd and 9. Back to pass Mustafa. Going for a bundle. Kind of floated it out there. Incomplete pass. They're kind of wrestling each other down the field. The defender and the receiver. Hayden Schmidt was the intended receiver. That came up short. It'll be 37 seconds to go. It'll be 4th down, 9 yards to go for Mount Vernon from the Snohomish 34-yard line. Clock is stopped off the incomplete pass.
You know, Schmidt never saw the football. He was looking all over for it. You know, Snohomish replaced their lighting. The lighting is much better than it has been in the past here. But the ball was up in the air. It was kind of fluttering, and he never did see where it was.
Yeah, I think just this week they replaced the lights here in the stadium. And Frank, we can actually see where you are during the game.
And you are so lucky. You know, one thing that Mount Vernon may want to consider is do a play action with Tristan Brock. He's been open out in the flat. Every time they do that, quarterback just has to hold it for about 1 more second, and he breaks out in the flat area, and it's just Tristan and a cornerback, guess who will win that battle?
Yep. So timeout called here. So Snohomish has 2 timeouts remaining, and so does Mount Vernon. 37 seconds to go. 4th down, 9 yards to go for Mount Vernon. Reminder, you can hear the Everett Silvertips playing right now over at our sister station, Classic Country 1520 KXA, the Kamloops Blazers, the Kelowna Rockets, and the Everett Silvertips playing tonight at Xfinity Arena in downtown Everett. So both teams gather around their respective head coaches. Kai Smalley on the near sideline with the Snohomish Panthers. Jay Silver of the Mount Vernon Bulldogs sends his team back out onto the field. It's going to be 4th down, 9 yards to go at the 34-yard line. And they come up to the line of scrimmage. Under center is Jason Mustafa, the quarterback. The big guy behind him, Tristan Brock. So here we go. 4th down and 9 yards to go. Fake it to Brock. Halfback pass. It's going to be throwing it down there. He's got a man there. Incomplete. Taryn Lambert was the intended receiver on the halfback pass, and by Heyman, it was nicely thrown, but just maybe they over-jumped the route a little bit, so it'll be an incomplete pass. Turn it over and down to Snohomish Panther football. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Only 29 seconds to work with. That was a great play call. I like that a lot. They go for that halfback pass. Snohomish, the defenders very wisely were back there. 2 receivers from Mount Vernon in the area, but the ball kind of in between them and fell incomplete, but I do like the call.
Mount Vernon with a 14-10 lead. Snohomish with the football. Shotgun snap here. They will give it to Connor. Corner left-hand side. It takes on a would-be tackler and gets about 2 yards out to the 36-yard line. And that may just be the final play of the half. Snohomish has 2 timeouts, but they have not elected to burn them here. Down to 12 seconds to go. Snohomish does not have to run another timeout, and they may just elect to head into the halftime locker room, and I think they will. It'll be an extended halftime as well because of the homecoming festivities coming up here. And we're going to go down. So we are at halftime.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Bickford, and we are here with our 5 finalists for the Snohomish High School Bickford Ford Safe Driving Program. 2 years ago, we challenged the class of 2015 to maintain a perfect driving record, and earlier today we picked all the finalists down to the final 5. So, Lindsay, I'd like you to read the final names. And is anybody excited about this? All right. Lindsay, read the names.
First candidate is Emily Middleview.
Pick up the envelope.
Hannah Walton. Jenica Eisenhart. Mitch Gibbs. And Kira Skavatsky. So we're going to start down on the end and face that Mustang that might be yours. And we'll come on over. We'll see if our first person try that panic button. Oh, so close. Okay, raise that key high up in the air. Try that panic button. Oh, so close. Okay, we're ready. Oh, okay.
Lindsay, are you sure we have a good key here? I don't know. We're getting on the final 2. Who's getting on the turn?
Who should we have go first, guys? Should we have Mitch go first? Should I have Peter go first? Awesome, congratulations! Way to go with your perfect driving record. Awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bickford Ford Motors, for doing this every single homecoming year. And now we would like to present to you our 2014 homecoming report. First is Taylor Acock. Taylor is involved in DECA, Elite Crew, Panther Pals, 3 years of girls soccer, 2 years varsity, and Keith Club. In the future, she plans on attending a 4-year university, preferably Western Washington University, majoring in business management. After college, she wants to travel and study abroad all around Europe. After traveling the world, she plans on opening her own small business and living in San Francisco, California. Taylor Acock, escorted by Nick Strexler.
Next we have Michaela Flitch. Michaela has been involved in ASB leadership for 3 years and is currently senior class vice president. She has played on the tennis team for 3 years. Michaela has also been involved in Link Crew and the Panther Pals. This year, she is a Young Life president and a Young Life student leader for Snohomish. In 5 years, Michaela hopes to have graduated from a 4-year university with a degree in chemical engineering. She plans to settle down, find a good job, be a high school Young Life leader, and hopefully meet the man of her dreams along the way. Michaela Flitch, escorted by Gus Baxter.
And now we have Laura Medicine. Laura is involved in cheerleading, Youth Crew, Rake Club, Panther Pals, and annual staff. Laura's future plans include attending Cinema Makeup School in Los Angeles, California, makeup artistry, and receiving a job in the movie industry. Laura Medicine, escorted by Josh Melvin.
Next up, we have Brina Jacobson. Brina has been involved in the school soccer team part of the National Honor Society, Link Crew, Key Club, and leadership. Brina has been a senator and is currently the senior class treasurer. Brina plans to go to college out of state, preferably on the California coast, and become either a nurse or a physical therapist. While at college, she plans to study abroad as well as have the time of her life. Brina Jacobson, escorted by Noah Bowman.
And now we have Rachel Kearney. Rachel's been involved in Panther Cause for 4 years and has been a wrestling team manager for 4 years, a Link Crew leader for 2 years, as well as being a Key Club, Break, Badminton Society, Spanish Club, Interest Club, and Honor Society. She has also served as junior class president and is currently the ASB president for Snohomish High School. For her future, Rachel plans to go to Western Washington University to become a teacher and possibly travel abroad to be a student teacher in Japan. After receiving her master's, she'd like to come back to Washington to teach the Snohomish School District. Rachel Kearney, escorted by Matt Forrest.
Next, we have Tessa McIntyre. Tessa has been involved in Panther Volleyball for 2 years, Panther Pals for 3 years, Link Crew, DECA, One Voice Club, and National Honor Society. She was the freshman and sophomore class vice president and is currently your ASB vice president. Tessa plans to attend a 4-year university, become a child life specialist, work at Seattle Children's Hospital, and then plans on marrying the man of her dreams. Tessa McIntyre, escorted by Blake Crutchfield.
And now we have Ellie Otterson. Ellie has been involved in varsity soccer for 4 years, varsity basketball for 2 years, and JV tennis. She was the freshman, sophomore, and junior class treasurer, and is now currently your ASB treasurer. She has also been involved in Panther Pals for 3 years, Link Crew, and Chinese Club. In the future, Ellie plans to play soccer at the University of Montana and get a degree in teaching PE or history. Ellie Otterson, escorted by Ryan Trimmer.
Next up, we have Jessica Rumlinger. Jessica has been involved in cheer for 3 years and is currently cheer co-captain. She has been a Link Crew leader for 2 years and a Panther Pal for 3 years. She has also been in DECA, and this year she is involved in ASB leadership. She also participates in Young Life. Her future plans involve going to University of Washington or Pacific Lutheran University for sports newscasting, and then she will travel the country reporting at NFL games with her extremely attractive husband. Jessica Rumlinger, escorted by trainer Corey.
Next up, we have Sarah Pataki. Sarah has been involved in Crimson Singers since her freshman year. She is also part of Key Club, German Club, National Honor Society, and Panther Pals. She was a part-time Running Start student at Everett Community College for her junior year, and is doing part-time Running Start again this year as a senior. After graduation, Sarah plans to study music at Western Washington University and earn her master's degree in music therapy. Sarah Pataki, escorted by Joseph Prophet.
And now we have our homecoming queen of 2014, Brianna Ferguson. Brianna was a class senator her freshman year, class secretary her sophomore and junior year, and is currently serving as the ASB secretary. She has been involved in Key Club since her freshman year and has been the president for 2 years. She is involved in Link Crew and Panther Pals and is a current member of the National Honor Society. She's been on the tennis team since her freshman year and is also serving as a Young Life leader for middle schoolers. She hopes to attend the University of Washington next fall and study biology or pre-med so that she can achieve her goal of becoming a pediatrician. She dreams to use her medical degree to serve others abroad on a mission trip. Brianna Ferguson, escorted by Jack McCunn. Brianna will now give her Queen's speech.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2014 Homecoming Game. I feel very honored to be able to stand here in front of you today. It is an incredible gift that was given to me by an even more incredible high school. A high school filled with so much more than academics, but also an indescribable amount of love and support. I look back on my high school career and only see the positive that our class of 2015 has had and continues to have on our Snohomish High School. We are fortunate enough to have a class full of a variety of individuals that are leaders in so many different areas. Yet it doesn't just stop at our senior class. I can see it all throughout Snohomish High School. Our school learned these values from the traditions that have gone here for so many years. Snohomish High School was blessed with traditions because of the people like our parents, teachers, and especially our alumni. I would like to recognize each of them for continuing traditions of SHS and giving us as students a steady foundation so that we are given the opportunity to learn. It showed us that we should be proud to go to Snohomish High School and live in a town that supports our school on so many levels. Finally, I would like to thank my family for their unconditional love, my teachers for teaching me lessons that go beyond the classroom, my friends for always sticking by me, and to God for blessing me with this opportunity to go at my home. I know that they are the ones who have shaped me into who I am today. In closing, I'd also like to thank Mount Vernon for coming out to play us tonight, and just be warned that our football team has trained hard and will fight till the end. Thank you all and have a great night. Go Panthers!
at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish. We're awaiting the Snohomish Panthers and the Mount Vernon Bulldogs to reemerge from the locker room underneath us here, as we are on the third level of the Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Snohomish, with counting down to the end of halftime, and they just got done with their fireworks show going on across the way from us. Again, we'll run down the scores on the WescoAthletics.com scoreboard in case you missed them. Some earlier finals, it was Mariner 42, Jackson 24. Edmonds Woodway defeated Linwood tonight 21-6. Those were first games of doubleheaders at their respective stadiums. They're at halftime now. Monroe and Kamiak all tied at 14 all. They're heading toward halftime. Marysville-Pilchuck with a 44-0 lead over Marysville-Getchell. Oak Harbor 20, Arlington 7 in the second quarter. Mountlake Terrace leads Shorecrest 37-0. That is at the half. We'll give you another rundown of the WescoAthletics.com scoreboard coming away in just a little bit. Tonight's game brought to you by Screen Printing Northwest, providing Everett's premier screen printing and embroidery. By Unique Interiors, the premier commercial floor covering company serving the Pacific Northwest, and by Erickson Furniture for the best seats in the game. Tom Lafferty along with Bill Kusler and Frank Foster. Our statistician tonight is Buddy Patrick. Pat Castro is our spotter tonight, and Mitchell Smith at the controls at the Fox Sports 1380 studios in downtown Everett. Again, next week, a doubleheader live from Everett Memorial Stadium. Marysville-Pilchuck and Everett at 5 o'clock. Kamiak-Jackson at 8 o'clock. We've talked so much, and we did last night on the Prep Football Weekly show about the Bellevue factor. Especially for the 3A, when do you meet Bellevue, the multi-time, how many times can they win the state championship in a row, when those teams would meet, and we call it the Bellevue factor, whether or not it's better to lose a game rather than win a game so you don't have to play Bellevue in the opening round of the playoffs. Well, when the playoff brackets came out here in the last couple of weeks, nobody in the Western Conference is going to have to worry about Bellevue. West will play team. South Puget Sound League 3 will travel to play Wesco number 2, and Seamount number 1 will travel to play Wesco number 3. That's in the 3A playoffs. So the top 3 teams in the Western Conference 3A will be at home. The next 3, 4, 5, and 6 will travel to Narrows 2, to South Puget Sound League number 2, and to Metro number 1. Metro 5 will play at Kinko 1, being Bellevue. In the 4A, which we're watching tonight, Snohomish, Mount Vernon, part of the Western Conference 4A, just one division. Top 4 go to the playoff, to the postseason, and top 2 are home. The next 2 are on the road. We'll go down to the field to Frank Foster. Frank.
Thanks, Tom. Coach, first quarter is yours. Second quarter, it goes to them. What adjustments did you make at halftime?
We just got to do our assignments. That's it. I mean, like we told them when we walked in, you take back 2 plays and it's still our game, and we're doing it to ourselves, and we got to make sure we correct our mistakes, and it'll take care of itself.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tom?
Going here and waiting. And we are back here on Fox Sports. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, we dropped.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Regular eye exams not only allow your optometrist to improve the quality of your vision by changing the prescription of your glasses or contact lenses, but also to assess your overall eye health.
Mount Vernon turned the tide, and that they've enough time to address that, and the first quarter belonged to Snohomish, the second belonged to Mount Vernon, and they're committed now to wrap it up and put Mount Vernon away.
Give me your thoughts on the first half.
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that I still wonder why they went for the fourth down on when giving Mount Vernon a short field. But overall, I think the quarterback's getting a little bit too greedy. He wants to throw deep passes rather than hit them short like he started off the game. And I think they need to go back to that, set up the long with that short passing game, and just run Connor Brown.
Thank you very much. Frank Foster down the sidelines. Bill Kusler up here in the press box along with me. And we will remind you that today's game brought to you by Mobile Music, Car Stereo, and Auto Accessories with 4 Skagit County locations, the best in car stereo and auto accessories. And by Nicholas Prize Awards and Engraving. Call us for all your team, sport, trophies, and awards.
I just want to reiterate what Frank said. When Snohomish was at their best, they were just moving the chains. You know, they'd have third downs, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. They just moved the chains. When they started to go downfield, try to get bigger chunks, is when they got themselves in trouble. So it'll be interesting to see if they adjust their offense back to what was so successful in the first quarter. Also, a big opening series Mount Vernon is going to receive to begin the second half of action. And we will see, you know, Snohomish is really going to have to dig in there defensively because Mount Vernon was unstoppable running the football there in the second quarter.
Snohomish opened the season with a loss to Cross Valley rival Glacier Peak 33-6, lost to Arlington 34-28, lost to Monroe 55-29, and then lost last week to Lake Stevens 41-21. Mount Vernon, they lost to Burlington Edison, the Battle of the Bridge, 38-6. Then got shut out 2 weeks in a row. Cedar Woolley 37-0. Lake Stevens 24. This week made a game of it, lost by 4 to Kamiak, 32-28. As we mentioned earlier, Brandon Heyman with an 80-yard kickoff return, a 27-yard interception return for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs, and both those 4 touchdowns. So Mount Vernon will receive the kickoff, and Bill, as we mentioned, you just keep it absolutely anywhere near Brandon Heyman.
Yeah, you want to keep it away from him, but you know, Brock just pounding the middle, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that, and Snohomish is going to have, you know, they had some good success for a while. They were holding him, and then all of a sudden he breaks through that first line and he is gone. So, you know, the defensive backs in particular, you know, the linebackers, go ahead and crowd the line. The defensive backs, you need to be ready, you know, to make a saving tackle 10 yards downfield instead of giving him 74.
So we're just about set for the second half kickoff. The captains re-meet in the center of the field. This 50-minute halftime extended to 20 has been about a half an hour now as we are heading, actually it hasn't, it's been about 20 minutes or so as we are at homecoming night here. Bill, you going to the dance?
The homecoming dance?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
I heard Glenn Miller's playing.
Yeah, it'd be the belle of the ball for sure.
Reminder, the Everett Silvertips hockey playing right now on our sister station, Classic Country 1520 KXA. The Kelowna Rockets and the Everett Silvertips playing tonight at Xfinity Arena in downtown Everett. So as we mentioned just before we went back down to Frank, the 4As, you want to remember now, the top 4 teams will go to the playoffs. The top 2 will host first-round games in the Quad District, and the second 2, Wesco 3 and Wesco 4, will be on the road. So we're getting set for the kickoff, and it will be Andrew Nicholas to put his foot to the ball at the 40-yard line. Heyman is deep to receive along with Lambert. Lambert deep to receive, standing at about the 5-yard line, and we are getting set to get back underway here. Second half, a 14-10 lead for Mount Vernon, with the second half set to commence with the whistle sounding, and here we go. The approach by Nicholas, high end over end, and it will be Lambert at the 10, at the 15, Lambert at the 20, stiff arms a man at the 25 and falls forward to the 30-yard line. So a nice return there for Lambert. He gets out to the 30, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. They lead at 14-10, and they start with the first possession of the second half.
We'll see if they continue to go with the philosophy that gained them this lead going in. They haven't shown much passing the football, just 1 for 4 for 3 yards. They do like to run.
So from the 30-yard line, it's first down, 10 yards to go, as Jason Mustafa, wearing number 34, he is the quarterback. His left sleeve is pink. He turns around, he'll give it. It was a fumble there momentarily for Brock. He still falls forward for a 1-yard gain to the 31-yard line. He bounced it once off the carpet, picked it back up, and gets a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Mount Vernon.
Boy, he was lucky. That thing bounced straight back up into his gullet. It could have been a serious problem if that ball had been rolling around on the ground.
So they really are going to, they're going to give him 1 yard. So second down, 9 yards to go here for Mount Vernon. Their white jerseys, white pants, very bright green, silvery green helmets Green numbers moving left to right. Here's Brock again, carrying tacklers with him across the 35 at the 40. Still on his feet. It looked like the last scene from the Mary Tyler Moore show when it finally ended out for a 10-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. He had every Snohomish Panther and half the clarinet section out there trying to bring him down.
He gained that last 5 yards just moving this huge pile of humanity. You couldn't even see him, and he was just leg drive to gain that first down.
So out to the 41-yard line, their own 41. It's first down, 10 yards to go. Left hash mark, sideline to the left, running room out to the right. Almost every time their formation has a double slot. Now that left slot goes in motion. He fakes it, but they'll give it to Brock, and he will rumble forward back to the line of scrimmage and for absolutely nothing. So they will give it right back to the 41-yard line, no gain on the play.
And that's what the Snohomish defense has been doing. They've been stopping him, and then all of a sudden, he just pile drives forward.
He just waves bye-bye, and off he goes down the field. So from the 41-yard line, it's second down, 10 yards to go. Mustafa gets it and hands it off. Here he's going to spin across the 45-yard line to about the 46, and then he's gang tackled. And Frank, you get the feeling that's what they talked about too. Hey, big number 14, you got to put every body on him.
Absolutely, and one of the things I've been trying to catch down here is watch the splits from the Mount Vernon offensive line, and it appears that they're just a little bit wider than normal, and that gives him the opportunity to read that block, because then the defender has to step out either going inside or he's going to go outside shoulder of the offensive lineman, and that enables Brock to pick and choose which hole he's going to go through.
Third down, 6 yards to go at the 45-yard line for Mount Vernon on the drive, their first possession of the second half. Motion man is Lambert. They give it to him, heading around the left-hand side, heads upfield at the 45, and then squirts forward to about the 47-yard line. He's going to gain about 2 yards.
Illegal motion flag on the play will negate that.
Oh, let's see. It was a third down play, or would you take the results of the play, which brings up fourth down?
So where are they spotting the ball? Down at the 48?
Out of the 48 or maybe the 45.
Snohomish is waving for them to decline this penalty.
Right.
So now, does Mount Vernon get cute? No, they won't. They will bring in the punting team.
Is that cute?
This game is really fun. This is old-time football.
This
Run it between the tackles and mano and see who comes out on top. I love it.
I keep waiting for Jerry Ingles and Craig Clayton to come out here. This is Northwest League football from the olden days. Mount Vernon and Snohomish, town on town. 9:22 to go here in the first half, a 14-10 lead. Although they never scored 10 points because no one ever had a kicker. Here is the snap back, and the kick is away. High, end over end, kind of a short. Fair catch called for and made at the 20-yard line for the Snohomish Panthers.
That was an adventure.
Josh Johnston called the fair catch, went to both knees, caught the football, and then toppled forward.
And then said, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So they'll start this drive, Snohomish will, at their own 21-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, down 14-10 to Mount Vernon. We're at the 9:07 mark to play here in the third quarter on homecoming night for the Panthers. Kobe McDaniel comes out. He's the 6'2", 175-pound junior quarterback out of the shotgun. Kind of a high snap. They'll hand it out to Brown. Brown across the 20. Brown to the 25 and out to the 26-yard line. Speaking of adventures, the center snaps back for the shotgun have been adventures for Kobe McDaniel.
Yeah, they're not like bad. They're just kind of slow. It comes back there kind of feather light, easy to catch, however.
Now that one he had to reach up with his right hand and bring it down. This one's good. This one's a toss sweep around the right-hand side. And this is only going to get about a yard, maybe two, as they head it over to the right-hand side to Keegan Stitch, and he will get 1 yard. We're going to give him one. So third down coming up here for the Snohomish Panthers.
And Kobe McDaniel's probably going to go into the coaching staff and say, don't call him, because he was absolutely lambasted by Miguel Velasquez of the Mount Vernon Bulldogs right before he pitched the ball.
Third down, give it to Brown. Brown across the, at the 40. That's Stitch again, out to the 45. Stitch carrying tacklers with him. Very Tristan Brock-like, all the way out close to the midfield stripe. That's a 21-yard running play for Garrett Stitch. Is it Garrett, or is that his brother? It's Keegan. Well, You know, you do this long enough, Bill, you see everybody's kids, and he's a freshman, Keegan Stitch is.
Yeah, nice gain. Big play for the first down as Stitch now 22 yards on the play and a first down for Snohomish. Snohomish can afford to be very patient. They're down just by 4.
I keep thinking of our affable morning man on Classic Country 1520 KXA, Stitch Mitchell. Give it on the running play. This will be Brown around the left-hand side. Nothing doing there. He's going to lose a yard. Put him back at the 48-yard line. Let's go down to the field to Frank Foster. Frank.
You know what? That Snohomish on their offensive scheme now, they have to do what Mount Vernon's been doing with Tristan. In other words, use Brown as a decoy on some plays and then give it to the second man through. We do have a player down.
It'll be hard to use Brown as a decoy when he's got a hurt knee and he's laying on the ground.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. We've got to hope that this is just a cramp or something, because that would really hurt the Snohomish offensive chances. I was just thinking that Brock from Mount Vernon, Brown, it's like the same player. They just keep changing the jersey back and forth with their running styles and such. But Connor Brown now talking to the training staff. He's rolled over, so he's sitting up now. And
let's go back down to Frank.
You know, I want to hitchhike on what you were talking about, that center snap. On offensive plays, that many of them are timing, and the fact that ball is not coming back consistent throws off the timing on some of these play calls that Snohomish is doing. So I'm surprised that on the sideline that the quarterback and the center don't practice that so that it's more consistent, because one of these times he's going to hike it over his head because he's been so high with it.
Sarah Larson, she's a long-time trainer here at Snohomish High School, really one of the first full-time trainers in the Western Conference. She's been around a long time. They helped Connor Brown up, and now he's coming off under his own power with Kai Smalley, the head coach, and getting talked to as they come off. But he is, I'm not going to say he's limping, but he's kind of walking a little unsuredly.
Yeah, I wonder if it's more like he got his bell rung a little bit rather than any kind of a leg or any other type of injury. So,
well, we'll have Frank check in here, and here we go. And they ran a play as we were watching the player come off, and it was about a 1-yard gain. That was Stitch again, and he's going to get about 1 yard. Brings up third down and 9 yards to go. So Keegan Stitch with a 1-yard gain on the run. It's the nose of the football now goes into Mount Vernon territory at the 49-yard line. It's going to be third down, 9 yards to go for Snohomish. Shotgun snap here for Kobe McDaniels. Drop back to pass. Looking upfield, still looking, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and down he will go at the 42-yard line. 7-yard loss on the quarterback sack.
Well, again, receivers going very deep. They did have Stitch out as kind of a safety valve over to the right-hand side, but that pocket collapsed, and McDaniel was unable to look that direction and get rid of the football. So Mount Vernon with a big defensive stand. Both defenses coming to the fore, kind of a surprise, as both defenses have struggled on the year. Snohomish giving up 40 points per game. Mount Vernon's defense giving up 32 per game. But today, both defenses playing well.
So it's going to be Nicholas to punt the football. It's going to bounce at the 20. It's going to take a Snohomish bounce into the 10. Still rolling, protected by a couple of Snohomish Panthers, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. So the Snohomish Panthers come up empty here on that possession. We're down to 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. A 14-10 lead for Mount Vernon, and the Bulldogs have the football.
So Mount Vernon ready to roll again. Interesting to see if they've still got Connor Brown surrounded on the Snohomish bench, and so we can't really see what they are doing with him. But at least so far, it doesn't look like he's going to return.
So 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. Their white jerseys, white pants, green helmets, moving left to right. They start this drive from their own 7-yard line. Give it to who else? Tristan Brock dives forward out close to the 10-yard line. If you're Mount Vernon, if you're Jay Silver, it'll be Tristan Brock for the rest of the night.
Yeah, just grind out first downs, grind that clock. We're already more than halfway through the third quarter.
So a 2-yard gain by Tristan Brock. It's going to be second down and 8 yards to go for Mount Vernon. Still deep in their own territory, right around the 10-yard line. Play comes in from the far sideline. Mount Vernon will play next week at Mariner. Snohomish next week will host the Cascade Bruins. Second down and 8 yards to go from the 9-yard line. Fumble on the play. Mustafa dropped the football. Snohomish says that they have it. They're pointing. They do. It's Snohomish Panther football at the 10-yard line. Quarterback fumble, and it's going to be Snohomish Panther ball in the red zone.
Looks like the recovery, the man is coming off the field. Those new numbers are kind of, Jonas Skalski is the one that comes up with the football. Huge play in the second turnover on the night for Mount Vernon. Snohomish with great field position deep within Mount Vernon territory, trying to go for the lead here.
Ball's in the center of the field at the 11-yard line. So 11 yards away from pay dirt and a possible lead for the Snohomish Panthers. Kobe McDaniels called the signal. He has Connor Brown to his right. No, check it. It's going to be different. And this play,
Snohomish.
It's going to be a flag on the play. Let's go down to Frank. What do you got, Frank?
Should be an illegal procedure against Snohomish. Also, I just watched on the sideline over here on Connor Brown. They've been working on his leg and specifically checking the knee out. They got him up, and there's Bill will recognize this, the basketball slide move.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to do that, and he just winced, and they set him right down.
Yep. Ooh. Hopefully they're just stretched.
3 plays tonight that the Snohomish Panthers come out their first play from scrimmage and committed a foul or a penalty. So to be 1st and 15 back at the 15-yard line, give it on the running play. That's Stitch. So the freshman will pick up the load, and he will cross the 15 and down close to the 10-yard line. So he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, really, at the 11. So a 5-yard gain. It'll bring up second down, 10 yards to go for Snohomish.
And that's a totally different style of running for the freshman. He's more of a quick darter type at 5'10", 175, where Brown was more of a pounder. So it gives the defense for Mount Vernon a little different look coming out of the backfield.
Sounds like the burger, the darter and the pounder. So second down, now I'm hungry. Second down, 10 yards to go at the 11-yard line. Ball in the center of the field. Shotgun snap for McDaniel. Motion man through the formation. Fake it on the play action pass. They throw. Complete at the 5. Spinning down to the 1-yard line. That's going to be Johnston who made the catch. He's going to get 9 yards, maybe 10. See if they give him enough for first down. It's going to be first down, goal to go inside the 1-yard line.
It was a great call. They've had success with that play. A little flat route out there, got one block and was able to almost get into the end zone, but he does.
Fiore run the football. Keegan Stitch untouched, a dive, touchdown Snohomish around the left-hand side and going in with a football.
So Stitch gets a touchdown for the freshman. Not many freshmen get to play varsity football, and here he is with the injury to Brown being a big part of that game. He gets 6 points, and Snohomish sneaks back into the lead with 4:15 remaining in the third quarter, 16-14 by 2. Could be 3 pending the extra point.
So they'll go Joe Williamson to kick it. Joel Williamson will kick it once they set the line.
Hey Tom, how do you like that kind of open door play?
I don't even want to talk about it. A high snap, the kick on the way, it's up, and it is good. With 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the third quarter of action, our score. The Snohomish Panthers 17, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs 14. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox Sports.
Filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
15 seconds ago, third quarter. We had people saying, why are you guys doing Snohomish Mount Vernon? Neither team has won a game. Because it gets you a good ball game. And Bill, this is a good ball game.
It's a great game.
Let's take a look at that drive.
That drive after the fumble recovery by Jonas Skalski goes 11 yards in 3 plays, taking a little over a minute. A 1-yard touchdown run by freshman Keegan Stitch. Williamson's kick is good, and it is 17-14 Snohomish.
Nicholas kicks it. It's going to bounce at the 10 and go out of bounds at the 8-yard line. So that will move it out to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. They'll have pretty good starting field position. Let's go down to the field. Frank Foster. Frank.
You know, it's Snohomish right now is that they've got to build on that turnover because they've lost. It appears that Connor may not be back in. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to make any medical opinion here.
I'll go ahead.
But that's going, you know, that sometimes has a deflating psyche on the team. What they have to do now is say, hey, we scored. Let's get back down and stop them defensively and put some more points on the board.
So it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. They will start this drive on the 35-yard line. So Mount Vernon going backward, fumble, punt, down on downs, a punt, touchdown, downs, and an interception. So a couple of turnovers in this ballgame have really spelled success for the Snohomish Panthers. Tristan Brock trying to turn the corner left-hand side. He does at the 40, at the 45, and then goes out of bounds into the Mount Vernon bench area. He's going to get an 10-yard gain. See if they say he stepped out enough. He did. They'll move the sticks. It'll be first down. No, wait a minute. See where they say he stepped out of bounds at the 44-yard line. The sticks kind of went away as he was heading toward them. Those guys bailed out. And
so only a 9-yard
gain.
Brings up second down and short.
So a 9-yard gain. Buddy Patrick, who took last week off, is a little rusty on the stats tonight. At the 44-yard line, left-hand hash mark. It's second down, 1 yard to go. They'll run it. Brock easily gets the first down this time, across the 45 out to the 48-yard line. So gain of about 4 yards for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. We're down to 4:02 to play here in the third quarter. It's a 17-14 lead for Snohomish over Mount Vernon, but Mount Vernon on the move.
I don't know why I'm surprised. In the previous play when he got outside and showed good speed, we saw the speed that he has. He is such a pile driver that you don't expect him to be that fast on the outside, but he did a nice move to pick up those 9 yards and then a 4-yard run to gain the first down.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Give it to Brock. He's going to be buried for 1 yard. Gets to the 49-yard line. Kind of looked like everybody didn't go on the same count on that play. And now we're going to have a timeout, official timeout here. And they're pointing at somebody on the Snohomish Panther side. And now they're going to bring the captains in, or is that what they're doing? They're getting the patented, if you guys don't knock this blank off, you guys will not be watching the rest of this, or you'll be watching it on the video screen. Yeah, let's go down to Frank.
I just walked by the Snohomish bench. Connor Brown has an ice bag and an elastic wrap on his knee, and there are crutches next to him.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Carter was not happy, and he called those captains in, Bill, and he gave them the what for.
I really like that. Keep control of the game. Don't let anybody do anything stupid, and let's just enjoy a great ball game.
Wow. He turned around and looked up at the press box, and he had this scowl on his face like, ooh, no, that's okay. So here we go, second down, 9 yards to go. Give it to the running play around the right-hand side. That's going to be Schmidt. Schmidt will get into Snohomish Panther territory. That's a 3-yard gain down to the 48-yard line. Brings up a third and fairly long coming up here for Mount Vernon. We're coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
This is a big play for the Bulldogs. I don't think they're quite in 4-down territory yet. They want to convert. They don't want to allow Snohomish to get the ball back with the lead that they gained after their last turnover.
So on third down plays, they're 3 of 9 so far in the game. Third down and 6 yards to go here for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. New runner this time, not going to get the first down. That is Angel De Leon who gets it. Probably Angel De Leon down to the 45-yard line. Fourth down. 3 yards to go coming up here for Mount Vernon.
And it looks like Mount Vernon may go for it here. Ooh.
They just brought Brock in.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Brock touch the football on this play.
So fourth down, 3 yards to go. Mount Vernon at the Snohomish 45-yard line. Down by a score at 17-14 to Snohomish. Fourth down play here. Ball to left hash mark. Double slots in the formation. Up the line of scrimmage is Mustafa. He's trying to draw him off. He won't do it. It'll be Brock. Easily gets it. Brock at the 40, at the 35, and all the way down to the 31-yard line. If you're Snohomish, you look at Tristan Brock and say, you're just no fun. You only needed 4, and he picked up about
again, at least they had a safety back there to stop him from scoring a touchdown this time. But, boy, he's able to break through that opening guard, and that's happened on fourth down a number of times tonight.
Clock is moving down, a minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. Mustafa calls the signals. Motion man, they give it to the motion man around the right-hand side. Heyman tries to turn the corner. He can't. He's going to be shoestring tackled and brought down here by Boomer Fiore. Brings him down for a big loss of about 5 yards.
Oh, that was a great defensive play. He strung that out. He had a blocker. He was battling off a blocker, but he forced Heyman to go way back and ending up with a big loss on the play of 5 yards. That was a tremendous physical effort by Fiore to destroy that sweep.
So second down, 15 yards to go here for Mount Vernon. They're at the Snohomish 37-yard line, right hash mark. Down to 56 seconds and counting to play here in the third quarter. A 17-14 lead for the Panthers over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, second down, 15 yards to go. Mustafa gets it. He's going to roll back to pass. Looking, has time. Throws it on the run. It's going to be complete. Catch made at the 20-yard line and out of bounds immediately as the catch was made over on the far sideline. And that's going to be a 15-yard gain for Justin Morrison. No, not the affable host of the After the Game show after the weekend games on Fox Sports 1380, the Everett Silvertips. Bill, this is the other Justin Morrison.
It is indeed, and that was a nice play. Just Mustafa's second completion of the ball game, but for a big first down. And remember, Mount Vernon's got a kicker. Oh, didn't quite get a first down. So
I thought he did.
Down. Yeah, he ended up going out of bounds before we thought. So third down play once again. And remember, Mount Vernon, Tommy Park, their kicker, has a pretty strong leg. So they're getting close to field goal range as well.
From the 26, they'll give it to Hayden Schmidt. He'll bust it forward, and I think he will have enough this time. Ooh, no, fourth down. Not going to have enough. Fourth down coming up here. Now they are in four-down territory. Boy, Mount Vernon's just been dodging a whole bunch of cannonballs coming at him.
Yeah, they certainly have. And, I think they like fourth down. They've had some good success tonight on fourth down and short. And guess what's going to happen?
Yeah, Brock is back in. I shouldn't say cannonballs here at Snohomish High School, should I? 8th year anniversary in just a couple of days of the famous cannon incident where we were here. And what will happen on the next play, we'll know when we head to the fourth quarter. Fourth down coming up, fourth quarter coming up. The lead is 17-14 for the Snohomish Panthers over the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on Fox Sports 13.
We all want to protect our gift of sight, which is why regular eye exams are so important. Also to assess health. Even if you see clearly now, it does not mean your eyes are healthy or won't change over time.
Trying to put the coach's hat on here for a second. And because it's 4th and 1, yes, you want to give it to Tristan Brock, but number 2 is that's what Snohomish is saying, hey, they're going to give it to Brock, so let's really go in there and jam him up. So I would not be surprised if they faked it to Tristan Brock and the quarterback kept it or give it to one of the running backs.
So here come the Mount Vernon Bulldogs out onto the playing surface. Snohomish Panthers still gathered around Kai Smalley, their head coach, in his second year here.
The Snohomish has to be very careful once again. They're going to be looking for the big play. They're going to be pounding inside. They're going to have 10 or 11 guys in the box, and you can either come up with a big play or, as we've seen twice before, give up a big play.
So Mustafa under center, fourth down, a yard to go. Give it to Brock, gets the first down as he busts it forward to the 20-yard line. A valiant effort by the right side of the Snohomish Panther defensive line, but he was not going to be denied. He gets about 2 yards and down to the 20-yard line. Nose of football just barely into the red zone now for Mount Vernon.
Tristan Brock is going to earn his dinner after the ball game. Now 22 carries for 174 yards.
So it's 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon now at the 20-yard line. They're down by 3, 17-14. We're underway in the fourth and final quarter here at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. The play comes in from the far sideline. A year ago, Mount Vernon defeated Snohomish 20-10. here at 17-14. And here comes the 10th play of this drive. From the 20-yard line of the Panthers, left hash mark. Under center is Jason Mustafa. First down, 10 yards to go. Heyman in motion. He gets the football. Heads around the right-hand side at the 15. Then knocked off his feet as he gets down to the 14-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain for Brandon Heyman.
Yep, just a little misdirection, that little sweep action that they've had some success with in the first half, not so much in the second half, but that time they gained positive yardage. As Frank said earlier, they're sending Brock out as a lead blocker on that play to intimidate some folks.
Second down, 4 yards to go. 2nd and 4, right hash mark at the 14-yard line. Mustafa under center. That's Brock again, right up the gut. And he'll get about 3, put him down close to first down yardage, but still about a yard short. He'll put him at the 11, needed the 10 for the first down.
When you come up with all these 3rd and shorts and 4th and shorts, it just wears down that defense.
So 3rd down, 1 yard to go for Mount Vernon. Down 17-14. We're a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Comes in from the far sideline. Jason Mustafa is the quarterback. He of the left pink sleeve comes under center. Double slot. Heyman is at the left-hand side. But they'll run the football to Brock, and Mr. First Down, flag down. Flag is down just as Brock got it and dived forward for about a yard. May have been enough, and the Snohomish Panthers are celebrating, saying, hey, it's against them, and it will be a hold against Mount Vernon. We have not had a whole bunch. This is the first penalty of the game for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs.
It came at a crucial time. That would have been close to a first down, if not a first down, and this will move them back. And so big break for Snohomish, and it kind of takes a little bit of wind out of the sails of Mount Vernon as they march back, and now we'll have a 3rd and about 12.
Snohomish have been whistled for 5 penalties, 4 of which are illegal procedure penalties. In fact, it really was a procedure penalty for that kickoff encroachment, all illegal procedure type, no majors.
Yeah, and actually, very cleanly played ball club or game by both ball clubs.
So a 10-yard penalty brings up 3rd down, 12 yards to go. Now the football out of the red zone, out to the 22-yard line. Right hash mark, back to pass is Mustafa. He's going to throw it into the left corner of the end zone. Frank, get it! Frank, get it! Frank, that was yours!
Well, that was, I got it, you take it. The quarterback threw a flag, the receiver ran a post.
Yeah. And you had the best chance at it.
And I could have caught it, yeah.
I would have paid.
But I would have had Tristan knock me down. I don't want that.
So 4th down here, they will try for a field goal to tie this football game at the 30-yard line. So this will be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Tommy Park. At the right-hand hash mark, Heyman to hold it. Waiting for the snap from center to tie 40 yards away the spot. The kick on the way. It's got the distance, and it is up, and it is good from 40 yards away. Tommy Park hits. And we are tied at 17 all with 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go in regulation time. Our score, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs 17, the Snohomish Panthers 17. The ball game here at Snohomish.
This is so much fun, and we talked about that. Both teams have some kickers with legs, and that 40-yard field goal tied this thing up. It's been quite a while since we've had a broadcast when we've had a tied game in the 4th quarter. This is a lot of fun as Mount Vernon goes 43 yards in 12 plays. What a grinder, taking 6:39 off the clock. A 40-yard field goal by Tommy Park, and with 9:36 remaining in the ball game, It is all tied up. Snohomish 17, Mount Vernon 17.
Here's the approach by Park. It's going to be a squib kick taken by an up man at the 25-yard line, heading out to the right-hand side at the 30, 35. Spins across the 40, now to the 42-yard line for Riley Responte. One of the up men there took it from the left-hand side, got a nice return after the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 and a tie ball game for the Snohomish Panthers. They'll start this drive from their own 42-yard line.
That was a really nice return to give Snohomish excellent field position coming back, and now they need to get back to business, moving those chains. That was what was successful for Mount Vernon. Just move the chains, move the chains, move the chains. Snohomish needs to do the same thing.
From the 42-yard line, 1st down, 10 yards to go for the red-clad Snohomish Panthers. Red jerseys, white pants, white helmets, moving from left to right. They'll run the football. Around the right-hand side, that's Keegan Stitch across the 45 out to about the 40. In fact, they say his knee touched on the 45-yard line, so that'll be a 3-yard gain. Remember, their star running back, Connor Brown, is still seated on the seat of his pants right there on the bench, talking with the training staff.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but giving Stitch a little chance to shine on that play. Brown would have just taken it up, tackle, and just bulldozed his way forward. Stitch made a move, cut to the outside, and was able to pick up a few yards.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Shotgun snap here for Kobe McDaniel. Handoff Stitch again. Eludes one man, but not the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They're going to give him forward progress for about a 2-yard gain out to the 47-yard line.
Just say something. They're reaching in there to try and pull that away from the freshman. He needs to put both hands on it when he's going down.
It's a 17-17 tie. Snohomish with a 3rd down, 5 yards to go from their own 47-yard line left hash mark. Shotgun snap. They'll throw the football. Play action pass to the right side, complete. Oh, hit hard as the catch was made down at the 47-yard line. I still, right in the solar plexus, Bill, for Riley Responte. He held on to the football, and just what you said before, moved the sticks.
Yeah, that is probably the most consistent play they've had, is that little, about a 7-yard out route. But yeah, that was an absolutely the way you teach someone to make a tackle. You stick the shoulder in the solar plexus and drive him back, and I think we all did a collective ooh up here.
So at the 47-yard line now of the Mount Vernon Bulldogs, so into Bulldog territory, 1st and 10. Run the football. Keegan Stitch, he gets one. He kind of pounds the football down, thought he wanted more. He kind of tripped up over his own man. So only about a 1-yard gain on the running play there by Keegan Stitch. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Snohomish.
He does have some quick lateral moves. He went side to side very quickly then, and there was a crease there. He just could not quite get to it because he was tripped up.
7:20 to go in the football game, a 17-all tie. Double wideouts to the left-hand side on a 2nd down, 9 yards to go play from the 46-yard line. They'll run the football, they'll Stitch. Stitch quick opener at the 40-35, and then he gets absolutely yacked as he gets the 1st down and move the sticks. Bill, are you okay down there?
Yeah.
What did Buddy do to you on that end of the press box?
He is running really well, but he is taking a pounding. There's a mother out there that's saying he's only 14 years old. Yeah. Give him a break.
Frank, are you okay down there? Did you feel it?
Oh my goodness, that was a truck hit another truck, and he bounced back 3 yards.
Or 11.
Two big runs in a row of 15 and 11 yards gets Snohomish is getting again close to field goal range as well. They would certainly like to punch it in 4-6 on this drive, and they want to keep that clock a running.
Here we go, 1st down, 10 yards to go. They did award him the 1st down at the 21-yard line. Shotgun snap here for McDaniel. They give it around the left-hand side. That's Johnston, heads upfield, flag down. Johnston, it's going to be a hold from the side judge on that far side. He got to the 20, Johnston did, down to the 15, but I think this is all coming back for a holding penalty here. We'll wait for Jimmy Carter to give us the indication officially, but it will be indeed a hold against Snohomish. That'll back them up 10 yards. Their first major penalty.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate timing for the Panthers, as they would have had a second and fairly short, well inside the red zone as it is. This will march them outside of the red zone and give them a 1st and 20.
First down, 20 yards to go. 6:23 to play in regulation time. A 17-all tie. So it'll be first down, 18 yards for Snohomish. Now back at the 29-yard line. Left hash mark. Run the football. Stitch. Nothing there. Stitch will fall forward. He's going to get about 3 or 4 down close to the 26-yard line, but Keegan Stitch just protecting the football and just kind of spun away from a couple of would-be tacklers to bring him down, so it gets a little bit of it back. 2nd and long coming up again.
Yeah, just a little extra effort. There's certain things about this drive that are really working to Snohomish's advantage, in the fact that that clock is running. They're taking plenty of time. If they can go down and score here, they will be giving Mount Vernon not very much time to answer.
2nd down, we'll call it 16 yards to go. Left hash mark. Line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line. Back to pass is McDaniel. Throws it right screen. It's going to be complete. Johnson at the 15, close to the 15-yard line. In fact, he does get to the 15. Then I think be a 13-yard gain. So about 3 yards short of first down to territory.
And Kobe McDaniel now has completed his last 3 passes, bringing up a 3rd and reasonable after that 2nd and long.
So 3rd down, 4 yards to go, we're going to call it. 3rd and 4 with the nose of the football right on the 13-yard line. Shotgun for Kobe McDaniel. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Motion man through the formation. They'll run it to Keegan Stitch. Nothing there. Stitch will be dropped. He's going to lose a yard, in fact. Maybe even a couple. Back to the 15-yard line.
So now they're way over on the hash mark. That's going to be a kind of an extreme angle. Do you bring your field goal team in? The Snohomish, wow, they're going to go for it.
Are they going to try to draw him off sides? They're going to go for it here.
Okay, that would be good. You do a little hard count and then call timeout.
So up to the line of scrimmage they come. Going forward on 4th down, 4 yards to go. And now they will stop the clock and timeout called here by the Snohomish Panthers.
No, by Mount Vernon, I think. Yep.
Well, one guy showed one way and one guy showed the other way. They're kind of arguing with each other now who called timeout.
Well, they took it off of Mount Vernon's side of the scoreboard.
Okay, so I guess it's timeout for Mount Vernon. We'll step aside. A 17-all tie, Mount Vernon Snohomish with.
Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Tom Lafferty along with Bill Kusel, Frank Foster setting up for a field goal. Are the Snohomish Panthers trying to break the tie with 4:18 to go in regulation time. Mount Vernon going to call another. Mount Vernon called that earlier timeout. They're setting it up, a high snap at the 23-yard line. The kick is on the way. It's got the distance. It's up, and it is no good. Got enough leg, but offline to the left-hand side, and play continues in a 17-17 tie.
So now Mount Vernon has a shot. That was an extreme angle, but one that he definitely had the leg for, just hooked it to the left. And so now Mount Vernon with 4 minutes and 13 seconds to try to answer. If they cannot answer, we could have an overtime.
Well, they got a barn burner going on. The Monroe-Kamiak game, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Monroe 23, Kamiak 21. 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon here. Tristan Brock, no gain on the play. On a 1st and 10 from the 20, he gets to the 20. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up here for Mount Vernon. Let's go down to Frank Foster.
That was, as Bill said, the kicker had the leg. Unfortunately, just the direction was off. And I thought it was a good call by the Snohomish staff. You've got them deep. Your defense has been shutting them down, so they're playing right into your hand.
So it's second down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon. Mustafa give it to Heyman around the right-hand side. That's sniffed out perfectly by the Snohomish Panther defense. That's going to be a loss of 1 yard for Brandon Heyman.
That was just a nice play over there, with the outside linebacker to the left just forced him to go back inside, and he got a lot of help as they brought him down. So another big third down play.
And Mount Vernon, 4 of 13. Better luck on fourth down in this ball game. So 3rd and 10, 3rd and long here, deep in their own territory at the 20-yard line for Mount Vernon. Counting down to 3 minutes to play in regulation time in a tie ball game. Mustafa, give it to Brock. Quick opener, left-hand side, not going to get it. He's going to be brought down about 3 yards short. Actually 2 yards short. It's going to be 4th down, 2 yards to go here.
Now, how much of a gambler is Jay Silver?
You can't gamble here. Frank, you can't gamble here.
I wouldn't, but I'm watching the sideline to see if Jay's going to. Oh, he's sending a play in.
Oh.
4th down. I guess you give it to Brock. 4th down. 2 yards to go.
Oh, wow.
4th and 2 at the 28-yard line in a 17-17 tie. Coming up in 2 minutes to play in the football game. Tight formation here on a 4th down play. Now they'll stand up. And a timeout called by Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon will call a timeout. And we will keep it right here, as this is built an absolute chess match in this one.
Now, it's interesting, Snohomish was going to go for it earlier than the timeout was called, and then they decided to kick the field goal. I wonder if, after having some time to think about this, if Mount Vernon punts the football away. Gambling on the fact that with just over 2 minutes left, that Snohomish will not have enough time to get into scoring position once again. If they don't have that confidence in their defense and believe that Snohomish can move the ball quickly, then maybe it would be the right call. But oh boy, would that be second guessed if they went for it and didn't make it.
Frank,
I don't even know why they're even considering going for it. Kick the ball deep, make them go the long field. I mean, they've had some success with the short pass and that, but goodness gracious.
They come up to the line of scrimmage. Mustafa under center, tight formation, no wide receivers, double tight ends. Give it to Brock. No, Brock around the left-hand side, across the 30. He's going to get the first down. Yeah, Brock had it, went around the left-hand side, gets about 3, needed 2, moves the chains. Still Mount Vernon football.
Wow, that is a gamble, and it came up 2 6s.
Yeah, it did. Actually came up an ace and a 4 with a 1-4 worn by Tristan Brock.
That's true.
Out to the 32-yard line. Clock is moving. Mount Vernon with 1 timeout remaining with 1:54 to go. We may be heading for the overtime. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, left hash mark. Mustafa, will he air it out? He puts a man in motion. That's Heyman around the right-hand side. Eludes one set of tacklers. Now he heads upfield at the 35, at the 40, and goes out of bounds to stop the clock as he gets a first down all the way out to the 43-yard line. 11-yard gain and a first down. He moves the sticks and stops the clock with 1:36 to play.
Wow, just for a moment it looked like he might be able to turn the corner and go a long way. When he saw that he was going to be unable to, he very wisely went out of bounds to stop the clock.
So it's going to be first down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon from the 43-yard line, right hash mark, their own 43. Give it to Brock up the middle. Brock is going to almost got horse collared. He's going to carry tacklers with him across the 50 into Snohomish Panther territory down to the 49-yard line, 8-yard gain. Tick, tick, tick. The clock is moving. 1:24 to go. 1 timeout remaining for Mount Vernon. Up to the line of scrimmage after they get the play. Second down, 2 yards to go. The nose of the football now at the 49-yard line of Snohomish. Mount Vernon on the move in a 17-17 tie. They'll run the ball to Brock. He's going to be buried in the backfield. Dropped for about a 1-yard loss. Put him back into Mount Vernon territory back at the other 40. Actually, the nose of the football is touching the 50.
And they really need to get to about the 25-yard line in order to be into Tommy Park's field goal range.
Third down, 3 yards to go at the 50-yard line. 44 seconds remaining in regulation time. Fake it to the first man, give it to Brock, left side. He will get the first down. That'll stop the clock to move the chains down to the 46-yard line. Quickly down to Frank.
Well, they're going to save that timeout so they can set up for the field goal. But, one thing that they credit Mount Vernon, when they need the short yardage, what they do is they send Brock outside, so it's him against the smaller defender, and it's been successful. That's why I'm not coaching for Mount Vernon. I would have kicked the ball.
First down, 10 yards to go from the 46-yard line of Snohomish. Clock is moving, 23, 22, 20. The snap on a pass. Rolling out is Mustafa. Throws it. Little short pattern. It's going to be complete at the 40 and out of bounds at the far sideline. It's going to be Lambert who hauled it in. He's going to get 11 yards, and that'll move the sticks again. Another first down carry, or first down pass this time, down to the 35-yard line. 15 seconds to go.
If they can get 10 more yards and get out of bounds, they will be very close to Tommy Park field goal range. On that last carry for Tristan Brock, he has an even 200 yards rushing on 29 carries.
First down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon at the Snohomish 35-yard line. Right hash mark, 15 seconds to go. Will they with
They're going to bring out Tommy Park. This is going to be a long field goal, as it looks like they'll spot the ball around the 41-yard line. This would be a 51-yard field goal in Spencer Pettit's range for Granite Falls, for Glacier Peak. But Tommy Park now, and then Snohomish has a defender back to try to return this if it's short. Wouldn't that be interesting?
So waiting for the snap, here it is. From 41 yards away, a 51-yard field goal. The snap, the kick. It's going to be blocked. It's going to be covered up, and down it will go, and we will go to overtime. We head to overtime here. The Snohomish Panthers and the Mount Vernon Bulldogs, both teams coming in at 0-4 on their season, 0-2 in regulation time. And Bill, wouldn't you think we would go to overtime?
Well, yeah, both these teams have played their hearts out in just a tough, hard-nosed, rock'em sock'em type ball game, and now it goes into overtime, and this is going to be very, very interesting with the teams going to. We have to dig back into our files to get the overtime scenarios.
So here we go. We will take a break and come back with overtime at the end of regulation on Snohomish's homecoming night. Somebody, I told you at the beginning of the game, the rule book says somebody's got to win tonight's ball game. Well, we're going to go overtime to do it. At the end of regulation, it's 17-17. Mount Vernon, Snohomish, Snohomish County Western Conference football.
Coin toss, you want to play defense first.
Yeah.
And then if you stop them, all you got to do, you've got a great kicker, run it a couple times, give it to Tristan Brock if you're at Mount Vernon, and then kick the field goal. If you're Snohomish, same thing. You've got a good kicker too. So this game could come down to that field goal.
1957, Dennis.
And there's a couple of differences to the college rule. In college, when you go to the third overtime, you're then compelled to go for 2. They take the kick out of it, but that does not happen in high school. So we'll go 25 twice, and then from the 10 from then on out here in overtime. A 17-17 tie, and the 2 sets of captains will make their way out. You know, it was a kind of a slow arriving crowd, but they've showed up, and they're here watching this ball game. They're getting some bonus panels too.
Well, and I ran down at halftime, and when I back behind the stadium, there are tons and tons of kids. You cannot believe how many kids are running around there, all dressed in red and white. So if they were all in the stands where they belong, there wouldn't be any room.
Thank you, Grandpa.
For the adults. Yeah. Back when I was a boy. Yeah.
Back when you were a boy, you used to run around on the hillside behind the old stadium. So what are we doing? We're gonna toss the coin.
When I was a boy, I was looking for my third valve slide in the middle of the mud.
That's true. So they're gonna toss the coin here. Jim Carter, after he had a kind of a stern lecture with the members of both offense and defensive lines a little earlier in this ball game.
And it worked, didn't it?
It did work.
Yep.
It's been very cleanly played since then. He's going to throw the coin. Mount Vernon will make the call, and they will have the choice, whoever wins it. So we're waiting for to get the indication here. And we're still awaiting.
They're taking their time, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're waiting for Joe Namath and Dan Marino and the honorary people to go down for the toss.
A 1770, got a 50-cent piece or something. So it looks like Mount Vernon
won the toss.
No, I think Snohomish won the toss, and Mount Vernon
end of the field. Isn't that nice?
That's the best part. So we're going to be down here on this end, away from the scoreboard end, the west end of the field, and here we go into the overtime. Usually about now we will talk about our Skagit Bank player of the game. That's not going to happen until we actually find a winner, which has been hard to come by so far. A 17-17 tie here at the end of regulation. Okay. Yeah, just count me in. Momentarily, as we are heading to overtime, you haven't missed too much, and we're set to go here. From the 25-yard line, it'll be Mount Vernon football. First down, 10 yards to go from the 25. Mustapa under center in overtime at a 17-17 tie. Brandon Heyman gets it around the right-hand side. Tries to turn the corner. He does, and then he stopped, and then he just kept his feet going, and they kind of gave up on him, and he'll get about a 5-yard gain.
That was a great individual effort because he had 3 defenders on him for about a 1-yard gain, and he somehow did a little hop step and slid between them and went forward for 5. Heyman now with 11 carries for 53 yards.
So second down, 5 yards to go up the 20-yard line. Overtime play number 2. Mustapa comes up to the line of scrimmage. These are all untimed, no time on the clock. Brock around the left-hand side on a second down carry. Tries to turn the corner. He does at the 15, very close to first down yardage. And Frank, when Brock is coming at you, you best get out the way.
Oh yeah, I was backing up with my eyes as big as the deer in the headlight. But you know, I saw a second Snohomish defender coming. I said, no, don't hit him, don't. And fortunately, he pulled up.
So it'll be a 6-yard gain and a first down for Mount Vernon. We're in the first overtime possession. They're at the 14-yard line. It's first down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon. Mustapa brings him to the line of scrimmage. The lone setback, that is Brock. Double flankers on the play. They'll give it to Brock again, looking for a hole forward, and he will get a couple maybe down to the 12-yard line. So a gain of about 2 from the 14 to the 12 for Tristan Brock. Second and about 8 coming up here for Mount Vernon in the overtime.
Yeah, they're just continuing to pound. Snohomish's defensive line, for the most part, has played extremely well, just for those two little letdowns where Mount Vernon got their 2 touchdowns.
Tristan Brock goes out, and then he's replaced in the backfield. Got a double tight ends here on this formation, a tight formation. They give it to Heyman, who starts in the halfback slot. He took Brock's spot. He gets nothing, and he's going to be brought down right at the 12-yard line, so no gain on the play. So Brock is out. They'll rest him, and probably until he's kind of been Mr. 4th down tonight anyway. 3rd down, and 8 yards to go here for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs.
That's interesting, though, that they would take him out. I mean, it's he's been working really hard, but he's been their go-to guy, and this is a very critical situation, and this is the 2nd play in a row. Well, he's not hurt or anything. He's standing on the sidelines, but they will go without him now to go with Heyman, who's a little quicker.
Mount Vernon 5 of 16, and Snohomish is going to call a timeout. Each team was given an additional timeout. Snohomish hadn't used a timeout, so they were sitting with 4 on the board. And so as they call a timeout, we will keep it right here. We'll send it right back down to Frank Foster.
I first of all, I want to start off, does Tristan have 31 carries?
He is at 31 carries for 200.
Wins this, we know who's going to be the player of the game for them.
Do you have a sweatshirt big enough?
I'm sewing the 2 of them together down here. But right now, this is a huge play for Snohomish to put a stop to him. But again, if they put Tristan Brock back in and they give it to him, he's had real good success going off tackle, where actually right on toward that takes on the defensive end and gets around the corner, and he's had huge yardage on that.
Snohomish called that timeout, so it's going to be 3rd down, 8 yards to go for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs.
And Brock is still out. They are going to go with Brandon Heyman at the tailback right now. Critical 3rd down.
Big 3rd down play here. There are 5 of 16 of 3rd down conversions.
Looked
like a broken play, but the quarterback Mustafa heads forward across the 10 down to the 9-yard line. 4th down coming up here. They had a man in motion out to the right-hand side. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that man or Heyman who was supposed to get the football. Neither one did. And the field goal unit will head out onto the field on a 4th down play. Huge defensive play for Snohomish.
Boy, that was tough for Mount Vernon. They had a timeout and everything to discuss it and get on the same page, and then something went horribly awry. And so they will line up to the field goal for Park. And Park had one blocked earlier, and he made one before that.
So now a timeout called here as they stop the clock, and it will be another Snohomish. They will try to freeze the kicker here. So a timeout called by the Snohomish Panthers before a 27-yard field goal attempt here. We're in overtime in a 17-17 tie. First overtime possession here. Now Mount Vernon facing a 4th down and 6 yards to go.
And Snohomish brings in Jonah Vaughn at 6'6", 260 pounds. At nose tackle just to get some more height. They've got some tall linemen in with Vaughn at 6'6", and Fairhurst at 6'5", and Jacobson at 6'5", so they can get those guys up there to put some big paws in the air and try to bat this thing down.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mobile Music, Car Stereo, and Auto Accessories with 4 Skagit County locations. The best in car stereo and auto accessories, and by Nicholas Prize Awards and Engraving. Call us for all your team sport trophies and rewards. Also brought to you tonight by Everett Community College. Stay close, go far. The Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store, proud locally owned supporters of high school athletics. 4th down, 6 yards to go. Let's go down to Frank.
I don't think they're going to go for it because Tristan Brock was going to snap the ball, and now he's in the backfield.
So Tristan Brock is the long snapper.
They're going for it on 4th down.
4th down and 6 yards to go at the 10-yard line. Tristan Brock in the backfield. Now a timeout. And we're going to have Snohomish call their timeout in a row.
Boy, is this a chess match between coaches. Wouldn't that be something if Jay Silver comes back out with his field goal team again now? Wow. Mount Vernon has forced Snohomish to burn their timeouts. And this is really fun.
Frank, I don't think I've ever seen this.
I haven't either. I was surprised when they came out the first time they've had so many timeouts. I forgot how many times they've been out there. But Tristan's on the first fourth down. Tristan came out and was at the center position. He was going to snap for the field goal. Then Snohomish calls timeout. They go back over to talk to Jay Silver, and I think, Tristan said, hey, give me the ball. I'll get outside. I'll get the first down. Okay, let's change it. Field goal guy, go stand over in the corner. We're going to run the ball.
Remember the last time they took a timeout, and then they came in and they had a broken play, too. So, boy, a lot of things can go wrong here. A lot of things can go right. Let's see how Mount Vernon does it as they go for it on fourth down.
Fourth down, 6 yards to go at the 10-yard line. Brock in the backfield at the tailback spot. Wide receiver out to the right-hand side. Mustafa stands up to pass deep in the right-hand corner. Has a man there. It's going to be interference, defensive pass interference here by the Snohomish Panthers.
That was an absolutely poor defensive play. The defender did not once look back for the football, and the receiver slowed down to make a move for the football, and the defender went right through him. That was an obvious pass interference call, and what a break for Mount Vernon, as they will get a half the distance to the goal line penalty.
But more importantly,
had the Vernon.
Now they have half the distance. They still have fourth down coming up.
Oh, 4th and 1.
Fourth down, 1
Okay,
yard to go.
you're right. Not an automatic first down.
Okay, so fourth down, 1 yard to go. They will give it to Brock. He will get a first down inside somebody from the Snohomish Panthers got up.
Brock with the carry, brought down by number 61, Nathan Jacobson.
They were thinking illegal procedure, but Frank, that didn't happen, did it?
No, it's Tristan just carried for the first down, and it should have been, it wasn't an interference call in the end zone because the young man was just face guarding, had his hands up, and he didn't turn around and look at the ball.
So suddenly it's not that bad a play because you really gave him then another fourth down, but I thought it was an automatic first down. First down, goal to go at the 3. Brandon Heyman on the right-hand side looking for the end zone, gets close down to the 1 yard line. He's going to come up a yard short. Boy, this game is at twists and turns like crazy in this thing. So it's going to be second down, goal to go here. We're in overtime, a 17-17 tie.
This has been, I wonder what the record is for most plays in a drive in overtime from the 25, because they've had to run a lot of plays so far.
This will be their 7th play of this drive. Second down, goal to go at the 2. Turn around, give it to Brock. Not going to happen. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards, back to the 3-yard line. Tristan Brock got the handoff and then got submarined by the Snohomish Panther defender.
Big play for Snohomish. Instead of a 3rd and 1, now 3rd and 3. Mount Vernon really has to punch this one in. If they end up with a 4th and longer than about 2, they're going to really need to kick the field goal.
Turn the corner.
Mount Vernon. He
got buried at the 3-yard line. Mount Vernon is denied. They are denied. They eschewed going for the field goal, and then Tristan Brock got the handoff, and it was not going to happen. But you go back a play before that when they brought down Heyman, who went airborne.
Exactly. You know, when you're in danger when you're trying to fly over the pile. First of all, you don't jump from the 3-yard line. You jump from the 1, and number 2, you have no traction once you're up in the air. And so a huge stand by Snohomish. Now Mount Vernon's defense has to come from the 4. Let's see how much of an emotional lift that is for Snohomish, and if they can get their offense going here on their first possession. As Mount Vernon would have 8 or 9 plays on that drive, and they were denied points.
So here we go. First down, 10 yards to go for Snohomish. They'll start from the 25-yard line, their first possession of overtime. They give it a handoff right up the middle. Stitch at the 15, Stitch at the 10. And inside the 10-yard, in fact, they say he touched at 11. That's a 14-yard gain down to the 11-yard line for Keegan Stitch, the freshman.
Stitch now with 14 carries for 77 yards for the Panthers.
Wow. So here we go. Snohomish looking for their first win. Mount Vernon denied on their first possession of overtime. This is the first possession of overtime, maybe the only possession of overtime here for the Snohomish Panthers. First down, 10 yards to go from the 11-yard line. Kobe McDaniel will hand it off to Stitch around the right-hand side. Stitch down to the 5-yard line and falls forward. He was kind of hit at the 7, fell forward for 2 more, put him down at the 5-yard line on the run by Keegan Stitch.
Well, you know, Snohomish has some linemen that go both ways, and they were so excited, you know, when they made that defensive stop. They got that adrenaline flying, and those offensive linemen for Snohomish are just dominating the defenders for Mount Vernon.
The Panthers can get a first down without getting a touchdown here. It's second down, 4 yards to go at the 5-yard line. Shotgun snap here for McDaniel. Gets the snap, handoff, Stitch, butt down to the backfield. He's going to lose 1. He's going to roll to the center of the field. And Frank, you're saying kick it now.
Well, it's third down. If you have a bad snap, you still have the fourth down. You've got a kicker. You're going to win it with 3, but they're going to keep running it.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. You know, they had that field goal to win the end of regulation that was no good, and so a lot of pressure on young kickers, and so they're going to try to go for it.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Everybody up in the box. They will run the football to Stitch. He hit Stitch in the end zone. Touchdown, Snohomish! Keegan Stitch was hit in the backfield. He spun away, went into the end zone for a Snohomish Panther overtime winning touchdown.
What a tremendous move. He's done that spin move all ball game long, and that time he did it. He was able to break away from the defender. Heartbreak for Mount Vernon, and Snohomish on their homecoming comes away with one of the most exciting wins that I can ever remember in a 30-year broadcast career. Snohomish comes up on top in overtime.